Welcome to the Multiverse Podcast, episode 5. I'm your host, Jimmy, with my co-host, Warren, and the voice behind the curtain,
What's
Wes.
going on? How are we doing,
There's
everybody?
no box. Oh, no.
No box today.
No box. No
I was
box
prepared
today.
for a box.
Episode 5. On our way to 21 episodes where it becomes a habit.
I bet.
I want to start off really quick out of the gate with a somber moment. I'm sure it's probably pretty important to you too. I want to pay our respects to the late, great James Earl Jones. The voice of Vader, the voice of
Mufasa.
So many movies. I think he was 93 years old. He lived a full life. And man, Sandlot.
Oh,
I remember
man.
him in the Sandlot,
man.
giving the kids the
That was
Babe
iconic.
Ruth.
Yeah,
The
he's
Yankees
like
signed
George,
baseball.
where he calls Babe Ruth George. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Field of Dreams
With the dog.
with Kevin Costner. So many movies.
So many of like, not even just like movies, but like great movies.
Great roles.
Great roles, great movies.
Yeah.
Icon, in many different ways. I mean,
We pick
Really
we
sad.
I mean we gravitate towards like Star Wars.
like Darth Vader and stuff.
Lion King,
I
things
think
like that,
Lion
but there's
King,
probably
yeah.
so
But I
many
always think
movies.
The Sandlot too. I always think
Yeah.
The Sandlot. Yeah.
There's so many movies that he probably touched people's lives with that we don't even wouldn't even know what to put on that list, but
And we'll put them in the comments, y'all. Whatever you
What's your favorite?
associate the most with James Earl Jones. Why don't we go ahead? We'll go ahead and put Star Wars because we know a lot of people are going to put
Yeah.
Star Wars. But if it is Star Wars, put the second one as well. Let
Yeah.
us know.
absolutely.
Let's pay some tribute to him.
I thought about us doing like our top 5 James Earl Jones movies and stuff. Then I thought, nah, I just wanted to pay my respects.
Yeah,
and
I was going to say, let's just.
I didn't want to turn them into content,
Exactly. No,
I just-
exactly. Let's just
yeah.
say thank you.
but it is,
Really.
man, whenever an icon passes away or somebody that was part of my life growing up from cinema or anything like that,
Yeah.
it not only reminds me that I'm getting older, I don't know. It hits me hard.
It hits you
It-
differently when you get older.
It does.
And you can like process these things, right?
It does.
It's hard.
It does. Okay. Now we have to lift it back up. And welcome one more time to episode 5 of the Multiverse Podcast. You can listen or watch us on any platform, YouTube,
Everywhere.
Spotify, Apple, everywhere. If you want to catch short form content that we put out, little snippets of the podcast, you can watch on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want to. We truly, truly appreciate all the support. We have only been doing this less than a month, or
Yeah.
right at a month.
Not a
Maybe
month,
just
yeah,
over
yeah.
a month. Yeah, we maybe 1 month anniversary. It's
No,
episode 5.
I think it says 3 weeks still. Our first, yeah, it still says 3 weeks, so not quite yet a month. Maybe since the first.
How's that
recording.
possible if we did an episode each week?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we recorded the first
Okay.
exactly a month ago, but it wasn't posted till a few days later. So
Could we say
we'll say it's a
just-
month. We'll say it's a month
this is our
anniversary.
1 month anniversary? Yay! And in that short amount of time, we are growing, and we appreciate the support. You guys commenting on any platform and just really interacting with us, and we truly, truly appreciate it. We're going to read some
For
of those
sure.
comments
Yeah,
as we go as well. Actually, should we start off with those comments?
let's do
And
it.
just shout out some people.
Yeah.
If you've got them up, I'll let you take it, buddy.
All right, Will. I'm gonna assume that's Will. We 11. Shout out to Jimmy, Warren, and Wes. I would like for you guys to go into this topic. Did the resurrection of Emperor Palpatine undermine the sacrifice / redemption of Darth Vader / Anakin? We were just talking about James Earl Jones, obviously the voice of Darth Vader. So I feel like Wes has thoughts about this as well. I feel like Wes has said something about this, like when we first did this, like forever ago, because we were. Wasn't like when we first started the multiverse was when like the last Star Wars movie came out, right?
I think so.
Right. I think we were talking about this, but yeah, to me, I don't want to say like Palpatine is also, an iconic figure,
Very.
right? But yeah, at the same time, it's kind of like I want to specifically address your question and not get off on a tangent, first of all, because I could totally get off on a tangent about the return of Palpatine, how Poe is just like, somehow Palpatine's return. I'm like,
Yeah.
So does it undermine it? It might, but I don't think I ever personally really felt that. And I think the reason for that is I don't know why, but I've always felt like Anakin's presence. I think it's probably because we had the prequels after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's the reason. But I didn't immediately feel that. I don't know about you, Jimmy. I don't know about you, Wes, but I didn't. It didn't strike me that way. It more struck me along the lines of like, you're not even going to tell us how he came back. Like we had so many theories about clones and all this stuff, and you're just going to he's back. I'm like,
I felt that when they figured out that Snoke wasn't going to be what they wanted Snoke to be, I felt like they shoehorned him in there. I have no problem with Emperor Palpatine being part of the end of the culmination of the 9 movies. He, like you said, he's an important, pivotal part.
Oh, he's in the 6 of them, right?
Yeah, but it was forced. And I think that's where people got upset because they could tell that, hey, they're just going to do whatever they can for wow factor knee-jerk reactions and, oh my gosh, raise his granddaughter too, and use him in that manner. And I don't feel like they properly used him.
I will say I don't think it was a Plagueis thing, though. It wasn't like that.
No.
We got with the Acolyte.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean by like it didn't really strike me like offensively. Like what the heck? You know what I mean? Like it didn't give me that. It might undermine it a little bit.
A little bit. I think a lot, honestly. So the thing, okay, so Palpatine was literally he was the villain of Anakin's entire life.
Right.
Yes.
He was the villain from the very start.
Exactly.
And then you've got like they bring him back. So yeah, I think it undermines it. Do I think that I mean, I try my best to forget about those movies personally, but yeah, no, I definitely think it undermines it. Simple is simple, you know.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your comment. We super appreciate that. Hope we answered your question. Let's go to the next one. Chas D Bianco 2833. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I probably did. Love your dynamic. Thank you. Also, I like how you guys can talk about controversial topics without getting heated. It's always nice hearing people that can stay level-headed. Well, that's just a nice comment. So thank you very much for that. I mean, me and Jimmy, we're obviously friends. We go way back, but we also do like, I personally am the type of person who I won't hate you if you think differently than me. I value, I value people's free will to have their own opinion about things. And I know that sometimes I have very specific opinions about things and people won't agree with me. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I want to elaborate on that really quick. And it's kind of goes back to like the TikTok comments we get, which we'll talk about in a little while. I really am of the thought process. You kill them with kindness. So you have people that come in there, you loser, you said you didn't put this movie in your top 5. And my response is, that's great. You are entitled to your opinion on whether I'm a loser or not, and what movies you want in your top 5, and that's the beauty of it. We all are. And I mean, I love Warren's take on everything. I'm going to disagree with Warren a lot. There's probably going to be episodes and segments where we do get heated because we're both passionate about what we're talking about, but it's never from a place of hate.
But not ill will, right? Exactly.
Or ill will or anything like that. It's just two passionate fans that get to talk about stuff, which is awesome.
Well, that's the thing is also the same thing. Like when it comes to like a top 5 or something like that, it's so personal. And I think I've stated like each week, I'm like, look, this isn't based off of like ratings or box office. It's how I personally felt watching the movie.
No, we messed up. We underestimated how passionate people are about these top 5 lists. We definitely underestimated it to a degree.
To a degree, I would I definitely expected.
My list wouldn't change. Actually, it would change. We did mess up. We didn't put The Rock on there. We both admitted out of the gate, or I did. I don't know if you did or not. That The Rock should have been on my list.
Yeah.
Guys,
I
here.
agree. Yeah.
We're getting. We just talk about it.
Maybe we should do top 10s. Maybe we should just start doing top 10 so we have a little bit more. Bit more leeway.
Bianco, this is off your question because you got us here. We did a Nicolas Cage top 5, super harmless top 5. We both gave our top 5 Nick Cage movies. There's a ton of good ones. Con Air. You had the
Weatherman. Gone in 60
Seconds.
Family Man.
There. I can't even remember.
Ghost Rider? Did
No.
one of us say Ghost Rider? I
No,
don't think.
I didn't really think that was one of his.
It's not one of his best.
top
Oh, I
of-
had
But-
Bearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah. So super, super harmless top 5. Just fun for funsies. And we put this over on TikTok and it starts to get some views and it gets a few comments and people are giving us their
comments.
top 5 Nicolas Cage comments. And we're like, this is great. And then the first person says, no Raising Arizona ? And I'm like, okay, we missed that one. That's a real funny movie, I guess. Sorry. That's cool. It's in yours. And then another one and another one. And all of a sudden, it's literally 50 No Raising Arizona comments on this harmless Nicolas Cage top 5. So on one hand, we definitely have to armor up. We have to have thick skin and understand that people are going to have their opinions. And some of them are going to take it a little too far. It's just a Nicolas Cage top 5. But I love the fact that they're so passionate.
I was going to say, it is cool to see how passionate people are.
It happened with the Fortnite Call of Duty one as well.
You know
It's
what I'm
happening right
surprised it didn't happen on? My dang sequels, my top 5 Star Wars list. How is it
now.
not?
But yeah, you
No
flew
one
under the
said
radar.
anything.
You know what's cooking right now, and it's only been up for a day or two, is the top, I think it went up today, the top 5 Christmas movies.
Oh, I mean, that's I stand by all my lists.
I stand by the
because
list. No,
yeah.
I don't. I should have put The Rock on there. Wes called me out.
That,
He's
that one
absolutely
we
right.
can say, yeah, we
Missed
definitely
it,
should put
whiffed
the Rock
it.
Yeah,
on there.
y'all right. I called you out.
Whiffed
He
it.
did. He did.
Whiffed it big time
Besides
on that one.
that, though, my lists, like, they're very personal to me. And again, it might
Of
not be
course.
like what the masses thinks. And I don't care. Like, go
That's
watch
okay.
go watch our top 5 Star Wars videos and listen to
God.
my list, and you'll understand I
We're-
do not care.
We're gonna talk about that in a little
I'm
while.
gonna say what I personally feel and think. And you know, for some of these, like Gone in 60 Seconds is like I think the first on my list because my dad has been dead for 11 years now, 10 years now. And it was I think that was the first Nick Cage movie I watched with maybe Snake Eyes, but I specifically remember watching that with my dad. So that also plays into a factor of how much I love that movie, right? It's not just about, is the movie good? Is it a classic movie? There's several things that go into
It's how it
determining-
connects with you.
Right,
or
exactly.
people.
Exactly. Or
Yeah.
like, Endgame, a part of Endgame was just the culmination and the ending of the Infinity Saga, right? It's
Right.
like, there's a lot of things that tie into why we choose things.
I agree. And at the end of the day, I love the fact that everybody's getting so passionately involved with our list. It's good. Okay. All right. We actually 2 birds, 1 stone there. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But
Best in my world, which movie crossover was the biggest letdown, Freddy vs. Jason or Alien vs. Predator? Ooh, it's been a while since I've seen both. I can say I have seen Freddy vs. Jason. I have seen it.
I'm
Out of all of
impressed.
the horror stuff, well, I was staying with a friend in the hotel, and this was when you actually like ordered movies in the hotel rooms. He wanted to watch it, so
it wasn't scary at all. It was funny. It was hilarious. It was more of a comedy than it was a horror movie.
So then, do you think that's the bigger letdown?
I do. That's what I was segueing into. That Alien versus Predator was serious.
Yeah,
it wasn't a horror movie either, but it was 2 iconic, whatever you want to call them, alien type monsters coming together.
I actually think I do. If I could put the horror aspect aside and just simply look at like what I saw, I do think Alien versus Predator was better. Which
I think
would
it was the
mean
better movie too.
Yeah.
I think Freddy versus Jason was a letdown to a degree because these are the 2 iconic horror villains of the 80s. Like, I mean, they were it, 80s, 90s, whatever. And then you bring them together for the first time. You're expecting just something special. And it was more of a comedy. It was more of, Freddy was more cracking jokes and it was kind of corny. I mean, it was a fun watch, but yeah, I would say the bigger letdown was Freddy versus Jason.
And I'm going to rely on Jimmy because
we'll see if it's a hot take or not.
I didn't watch all the stuff building up to Freddy vs. Jason, so right, I feel like I don't really have
you had close to 10 Friday the 13th. You had 3 or 4 Freddys at least. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I don't remember where it all fell in, but we're talking these dudes own the horror movie genre in the 80s.
Right, that's what I'm saying, and I can't tell you if I've seen any
Or
movie
90s,
building up to it. In all honesty, because that's just not my thing. So
it was a big moment.
Okay, well there you go. There you go. That was the letdown.
It was a huge moment. Yeah, it was a
Freddy
letdown.
vs. Jason. There you go. Wolf in S. 93. What's your top 5 non-main Marvel projects? For example, The Runaways, Hellstrom, Cloak and Dagger, I feel like I need prep time. I feel like I'm Batman. I did like Cloak and Dagger, and there was a rumor that they might do that in the MCU. I don't think that's true. But I mean, so like,
I'm going to pass on this because I don't feel like I can put together a good top 5 list.
I don't feel like I can either, but like Daredevil, like Defenders, like stuff like that, like those are on my list. And
those count. Well, it's a subjective
Legion.
non-main Marvel. What does that mean?
Like, I think non-MCU.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
but projects, what does that mean? Movie or TV show?
Yeah,
Doesn't
movie
matter.
Or show. Yeah, it's not specifying a movie or
Then
show.
The Punisher.
The movie?
No, the series.
Okay, the series. Yeah, those two. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, all the Defender stuff, Jessica Jones, like, I love those, man.
That's a
like,
tough question. Actually.
I don't know if those get heat, but I do. And like Legion, did anybody watch Legion?
Nope.
It's pretty good. It's more darker, actually.
I'm gonna learn when to keep my mouth shut when I just don't know.
Agents of Shield, or would that be MCU?
Yeah, Agents of Shield. No, it's not.
It's a really subjective question.
That's also a question in its own.
Yeah.
Asking somebody if Agents of Shield is
Yeah,
MCU.
if you're asking like a big fan, they're like, dude, that's canon.
It's canon to the MCU, and then some people are like, yes, but it's an alternate universe, and it's
right.
It's a toughie.
It's hard.
That's a tough question.
It's really hard. But I go ahead. I throw Legion. I throw
Daredevil number 1.
Daredevil, Punisher, the Defenders. Really, for me, that's
except the Defenders movie wasn't that good.
Agents of Shield.
Do you like the actual Defenders movie, like the big team up movie? Because I thought that was a letdown.
I've been more of like the
you're talking about the crew, not the
yeah.
the individuals, not the movie.
Yeah.
Goggles.
Goggles 36.
What are you doing, Ward?
What
were you doing?
I was trying to adjust something on my camera, but anyways, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale. So wait, I'm assuming they're starting at 5.
Yeah, Goggles 36195 was giving us his top 5 Batman.
Wait, that's only 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll assume something else. So I'll assume Keaton is 4, Affleck is 3, Pattinson 2, Christian Bale 1. I mean, that's a good list. That's pretty close to mine. I think I just switched Bale and Affleck. Did I put Bale at 3? I did, right?
Yeah. And I got smoked for putting Nipples at 5, putting George Clooney.
I even give you crap for that one.
Yeah.
Hey, we like what we like. All right. But that's a good list.
Yeah.
Joseph Dalbero. Warren, gonna be a Utah hockey fan or already have a favorite team? No, I'm gonna be a Utah hockey fan because I've been Tampa Bay Lightning fan pretty much my whole life because I lived in Orlando pretty much my whole life. And the only reason I can say I can switch now is because I was like the biggest Martin St. Louis fan, and he's hasn't been there for a bit now. But I literally have a hockey game tonight, and we always talk about getting season tickets to go see them. Like I went by the mall the other day and saw like the sign that said it was their practice facility on the wing there. Super stoked. Yeah, I'm going to be all in for Utah Hockey Club for sure. Thanks for asking. That's a good question. I think we all need this. The anime Sentai. I need Tom Cruise to be in Secret Wars. Yeah. I mean, superior Iron Man, please. Like that's I want him to be the 838 Iron Man.
He's going to be done with Mission Impossible. He's going to be in it. He's going to be in it.
I specifically want him to be that 838 who we saw with the Illuminati, right?
The chair.
Him being the one who created those Ultron bots.
There was one chair open, was there not? Wasn't there?
So I heard that, but I can't remember, to be perfectly honest.
I don't remember. We want him to be superior Iron Man. I think it's going to happen. I think his schedule is going to open up unless he's doing Top Gun 3. And I think it's just a huge payoff. I don't think it's going to be a big role. Honestly, he could come in and get just jacked up by Dr. Doom really quick, and I wouldn't care. Just pay it off.
I feel well, and I think a lot of insiders have stated like the 838 universe will be back in some way, shape, or form. And if you think about that, it's like, okay, well, who's left? We know there's a Sue Storm, right? Because Krasinski said he's married and everything. So,
First of all, they suck. They're super underpowered. So,
well, they died so easily.
I mean, Wanda soloed every one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have had it that way, but that's how it happened. But you know, if Tom Cruise's Superior Iron Man was like one of the leaders, you know, he's pissed.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel news, let's talk about some big Marvel news.
Big
Destin
one
Daniel Cretton,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi director, set to direct Spider-Man 4 in early 2025. What are your thoughts on this?
That's a W.
Huge win.
That's a W right there.
That's a huge win.
That's a huge W. I'll make it bigger so it can be even bigger.
I think that's the general consensus.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is, I think, one of the best movies from Marvel Studios. I think it's one of the best, excuse me. And I'm thinking of the action that was in Shang-Chi. Imagine that with Spider-Man, right? I think that's epic. I think it's going to be fantastic. But most importantly, and I did a video on this where I basically talked about this, he understands what's going on. He understands the MCU. He understands the characters. He understands.
He's done his homework.
He understands the connectivity of it all because he did Shang-Chi. He just did Wonder Man, which is in post-production right now, right? So clearly, Marvel Studios getting him for Spider-Man right after Wonder Man means he did a good job with Wonder Man. So another big W. He was supposed to do King Dynasty, but obviously all that changed, right? So now they're going to have him do Spider-Man, which is great. And he's supposed to do Shang-Chi 2, which at this point in time, we're not sure if that's coming before or after the Multiverse Saga. But I just think he's great. I think he knows his stuff. I think he loves it all. You know, I don't think this isn't like taking kind of like a gamble and like taking somebody who's like done well in other areas of film and having them come in and kind of be new at it. That's not what it's like. This is he's
a safe, good play.
He's a safe, good play. But I also think it's not just, it's like, oh, it's good because it's safe. It's like, no, it's great on so many different levels. And that just happens to be one of them. Like it is actually, I wouldn't say safe. I would say just a better choice.
The question is it going to be a multiverse Spider-Man 4 or is it going to be grounded? Or the Kevin Feige AI that said, oh, it is grounded. It's just on alien. It's on alien ground on another planet.
That's funny. I did a video about this literally today.
What? Real quick, is it grounded to you, or is it going to be massive cosmic Spider-Man No Way Home-ish?
Grounded,
even more
grounded. But here's my theory. I'll give you a theory. If it's supposed to come after Doomsday. And so for the longest time, I was thinking like Doomsday ends with the whole entire multiverse being destroyed. But now I'm thinking after I'm going back and reading a lot more comics. After going back and reading the whole Time Runs Out storyline, the whole multiverse essentially gets destroyed, but 12 universes are left at the end. So I think that might actually be the end of Doomsday, to where the 616 universe is still like intact. They know something's about to go down, but maybe not to like the giant scale. They don't know that the rest of the multiverse has been destroyed, but that's where Doctor Strange's story goes into play. Like he goes out and he realizes what is happening. And then maybe at the end of Spider-Man 4, you see multiverse stuff start to happen, right? After like he's fought like Kingpin or Tombstone or somebody. After that, you know, oh, look in the sky, like something's happening. That's another Earth. What the heck's going on? You know what I mean? I think that's kind of how it's going to go down.
That would throw RPK's leak out the window.
Yeah, that it would happen on Battle World. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
And the whole thing here is, and I talked to a lot of these scoopers, you know, like personally, we DM and stuff. And I was talking to Alex Perez and even My Time to Shine Hello and Daniel RPK after Deadpool and Wolverine, because all of them reported kind of around the same time something about the post-credit scene for Deadpool and Wolverine will blow your mind. And everybody's like, what the hell happened to that? But then they came out and they confirmed the post-credit scene was originally planned to be that Happy Hogan scene where, that Happy Hogan scene where the Avengers were actually supposed to be there instead of Happy, and they were all actually going to be in the post-credit scene, all of them. But Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Doom changed that. And they decided not
changed
to
everything.
do that. So originally, yes, that was supposed to happen. And they were all right when they reported it at the time, but then it changed. So I think people really have to understand that sometimes stuff does actually change.
Not sometimes, all the time.
All the time, right.
Always in the
people are
background.
quick to say like, oh, they were wrong. It's like, well,
Yeah.
they actually weren't wrong.
They weren't wrong. It just
right.
changed.
I mean, they were, but at the time when they were reporting it, that was the plan, and then the plan changed, right? So it's like, so
we're gonna segue into Don Cheadle off of what you just said with the ripple effects of Downey. But I have to ask, Wes, what was that? Harry Potter casting call?
That was indeed a Harry Potter casting call. Yes, indeed.
What is the deal? Like,
they're
are you doing
casting
it?
for the they're casting for the show now for the
No,
HBO series.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Jimmy thought Wes was auditioning for Harry Potter.
I thought Wes was going to do a Harry Potter play.
Maybe we all go.
No.
Honestly, what I immediately thought was, oh, he pulled that out of his personal browser. He didn't want us to see that, but he accidentally put it up. Play it cool. I don't really want to talk about Harry Potter, the movie right now. I'm not mentally ready for that, to talk about that. Okay, no, we're not. Don Cheadle is also shocked about Robert Downey Jr. returning as Dr. Doom. He said that the other day. So he said basically everything's off the table, on the table. There are no teasers or leaks because it's literally dynamically changing day by day.
I think right now they don't know what Phase 6 is. I think they're still putting it all together.
I agree.
I really do. And I think that means, like anything is possible. Things can go away. New things can happen. Right? Like everyone's like, hey, what do you think about the Scarlet Witch solo project? I don't know. It could happen. It might not happen. Like literally, I don't think Marvel knows right now. They're figuring it out.
They announced him and now they're going to figure it out.
Right, exactly. All they knew was, you know what? We're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back. The Russo brothers coming back. Stephen McFeely's coming back to write. Let's write around it now.
Yeah, I agree. And now I totally understand why you put the casting up there. I'm an idiot. And now I'm reading it. He's trying, as a director of the show, he's trying to keep the show going. And I just saw in our show notes, one of the topics is Harry Potter HBO series casting. I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that. I literally was like, why is that happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, Wes.
I think Wes might agree with me on this, and I don't know about you, Jimmy. I'm scared.
Oh, truly.
Definitely.
Truly very nervous about it. And so, man, we are segueing like just bosses right now.
Boom.
Being scared of the Harry Potter reboot series, whatever. Why would we be any less scared when we have a trailer like the Minecraft trailer come out? Warren, I reacted on our channel to this. I have thoughts, but I'm going to let you give yours first.
I wasn't wild. I wasn't wild. I thought it was cool when Jack Black was like, I am Steve. And like, you're talking to a guy who like, I've played a decent amount of Minecraft. Like I know a lot about Minecraft. And I'm confused at first, there's different versions, different things, stuff like that. Cause I'm just like, why are the gas outside and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, why are they in the overworld? There's a bunch of stuff. It seems very like
forced,
too much. Too much almost. I think it's got the potential to maybe be something, but I'm worried.
So the big questions are, why are the humans there? Why are we doing humans? Why are we not doing an animated version?
What is the story? And why is it like real people but hyper real?
Well, we know the backstory. The backstory, Steve, he figured out how to get there in the 80s. So he's been there and he knows how to go back and forth. And he's grown old there. But nobody, I don't want to speak for everybody. Most people don't see Steve as a 50, 60-year-old man with a great beard.
Steve. Right. Yeah, exactly. Because that's not
and
how
then
he looks.
you have Momoa. He's a failing retro like arcade shop owner or something. And that's where he's coming from. I don't know where the kids are coming from. There was 2 or 3 really good Minecraft animator creators that within 24 hours, they animated the entire trailer and gave us a Minecraft animated trailer in Minecraft visuals. And it looked great.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't do that.
It looked
I mean,
great.
there's going to be a shot-for-shot remake once it comes out, let's be honest. Like, It'll be a week before there's a shot-for-shot remake.
Yeah,
oh, for sure.
And it'll probably get more views than that. You can't just put a blue shirt on Jack Black
Steve.
and he's still just Jack Black.
See, but yeah, I know. And to me, Jack Black, you're saying Jack Black, and I'm thinking Bowser. Like that worked.
That was his voice,
right?
Borderlands was a flop,
but
Claptrap was funny.
Well, no, I'm just thinking animated, like the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Make him look like Steve,
and it worked.
Make him look like Steve,
yeah,
with Jack Black's voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've said, since I watched it, it needs to be opposite. They need to have all of the Minecraft creatures in the real world, and then you have like Steve there, who's like, I got transfer. I'm a human now. What happened? And like they got to try to get him back into the block world. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not. I'm.
Don't have high expectations for it. Right.
I don't
now.
at all.
But
we're gonna go watch it. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Blade and Armor Wars has been rumored to be canceled.
I mean, yeah, it's like kind of what we were just talking about. I was actually going to bring this up.
We both knew Blade was on the chopping block.
Yeah, and especially there's a lot of talk. It's like, oh, maybe maybe Wesley Snipes could be Blade now. I'm like, I don't think they're going to do that. I know for a fact that Kevin Feige really likes Mahershala Ali, and like he's even stated before, like the whole entire reason like they're making Blade is because of him, because he fits in that role so well. But also Blade's a big character as well. I don't think the question is Blade canceled or not. I think the question is Blade the movie showing up before or after the Multiverse Saga?
After.
And I'm going to say right now,
after.
I'm going to go after, because I think with Blade comes a really big supernatural side of the MCU. He is supposed to be the quote unquote Nick Fury of the supernatural team called the Midnight Suns.
Which we don't have.
Well, because it has to start with Blade. Yeah. Right. So I think if they bring in Blade, then they have to do these other movies like the Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider, and all of that. There's not enough
Black
time.
Knight.
I think there's a lot. I'm just going to say this right now. I think we're going to get a lot of non-payoffs in the Multiverse Saga, like the Eternals. I don't think we're going to get
post-credit scenes for
stuff like
Dane
that.
Whitman.
Right. Nope. I don't think we're getting a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like Pip the Troll and Star Fox and stuff. I don't think that comes in the Multiverse Saga.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to admit wrong doing. I need to tell you I'm sorry. Warren.
Me or the audience?
You.
Okay.
So we had a bit where we were talking and ranking our top 5 Star Wars.
Okay.
And you put Attack of the Clones.
You said we were going to talk about this. Okay, this is what you're talking about.
And I roasted you for it. And people roasted you, not much. It didn't get out there in the algorithm, so you safe zoned it when it came to the internet so far. So this past weekend, I went back and watched all 3 prequel movies.
Aha.
And
it's pretty good, isn't it?
So there's Jar Jar is definitely not a Darth Sith. He's not. There are some corny parts,
but there's some good parts.
There is a lot of built up emotion that they put you through, especially in Attack of the Clones into Revenge of the Sith, of course. Okay. So I wanted to apologize because I still wouldn't put Attack of the Clones in my top 5, but
still have it there.
Looking back on it with rose tinted goggles and nostalgic heart feels, it wasn't as bad as I was giving off. And I think the prequels did something that the other 6 movies couldn't do. And I know it was because of Anakin's path and just the disastrous way that he fell. We attached to Luke.
Yeah.
Vader, Luke, all that. I attached to Rey. Nobody attached, or you couldn't attach to anybody more than Anakin.
No.
I've watched it 20 times. And I'm telling you right now, I've had it on my mind all week. Just how it happened and how sad it was, and him and Obi-Wan, and it hits you in the gut.
I know.
It
when
truly does.
he's like, you know,
they haven't captured that.
When he was
then.
like, you know, you were my brother, I loved you, and it's like, oh, jeez.
Well, we put up a video, just a short edit saying when you say goodbye to your best friend.
Yeah.
It's on our TikTok, and it's literally the last time they talk as friends.
As friends.
The next time they see each other, they're fighting on Mustafar or wherever they were at. I don't remember what it was.
The Force be with you.
Yeah, and dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Going back to what you said though, like to me, I love, and this is one of the reasons why I really love episode 2 is just Padme and Anakin. Like the story of how she's just pushing him away, and then they're about to die, which I think is actually really good story writing. She's like, you know what? We're about to die. I gotta confess my love for this guy. Yeah. Who cares anymore? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I think that's so real because she is a very what's the word? Responsible character, right? She wants to do what is right, and that's why she's like, you're a Jedi, you can't love, like blah blah blah, and like I'm at my position I have, like we can't do this. And then at the end where it's just kind of like, we're gonna die, I gotta admit all my feelings for you, like but then they still fight, and Obi-Wan and everything. He's like, we're here to rescue you. Obi-Wan, good job.
on his own a lot.
He is
Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Darth
Maul was completely underused, which we already know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
To me, that was reestablished. And I also have a different outlook on lightsaber battles now. So the common consensus on the internet, people like to dog on Disney's lightsaber battles. You see TikToks all the time. You have Disney lightsaber battles, and then you have some funny.
I actually just saw one of these. Yeah.
And then you have Lucas lightsaber battles, and you have the hardcore hitting music, and you have the prequels and things like that, right? I bought into that. I fed into that and let all that kind of feed me that way too. And after watching the prequels, I have a different mindset on that. There are some really good saber battles in the prequels.
Yeah.
There's also some corny parts. There's part where Anakin fights Dooku, and it's like showing his face up front and showing Dooku's and back and forth, and it's really corny. It's dumb. It's dumb. And it's they capture emotion. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of action, but I kind of understand now on the Rey battles and things like that. They were going for they're Jedi, but they were going for a John Wick style. If you watch John Wick gets tired. John Wick they make you feel what he's doing when he's fighting back to back to back. He doesn't just kick their butt. He gets punched in the face or he gets stabbed in the side.
Right. It's not genuine. Seamless.
And when I was watching somebody dog on the Rey versus Kylo fight on the boat in the water, and they were making fun of it because she looked tired and she's like slow swinging, and they were just saying that's not a lightsaber battle. Yeah, it is.
Well, it's a realistic battle.
It's probably a hot take, and they were going for a more grounded, realistic, hey, they're Jedi or they're Sith, but they're real humans. They're getting tired. I mean, this is real. They are battling it out. And after I kind of looked at it from that point of view, I don't really hate on it as much anymore, to be honest.
I've never hated too much on the new ones.
Would you agree that, out there, that's what people do? The Disney lightsaber battles versus the Lucas?
Well, it's ironic that I literally just saw this, like in a TikTok or something. Yeah. Like I literally just saw that. So yeah, I can agree because I just saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just saw like a hate video about Lucasfilm and Disney.
Rey and Kylo fighting the Praetorian guards or whatever, Snoke's guards. That was gnarly.
I think that was amazing.
There was some crazy sequences.
That's why I've never hated too much on the sequels. Sequels. Sorry, those are I
always say there's bad writing and they lost their way after the first one, and I say I like Rey as a character. I'm actually open to seeing what they do moving forward, but there's definitely stuff that they could have done. But anyway, I've been down this Star Wars wormhole.
Yeah, forever. Yeah,
lately, the animated stuff, dude. The animated fights, bro. The animated fights.
You're talking about
the Phantom Princess.
Bro.
You want to see a really yawn fest fight? Go back
Multiverse
and watch
Ahsoka,
Vader
yeah.
and Obi-Wan fight in the in episode 4.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Wait,
It's
what did you say? If I
when
want to
they
see what?
when Vader and Obi-Wan fight in the Death Star. When Obi-Wan sacrifices himself and lets him cut
They
him.
said it was a
That's
snooze fest. Yeah.
it's a
When they
boring
touch
fight,
lightsabers
man.
like 3 times.
Yeah, yeah, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking, we're this is a Star Wars show.
I know, right?
We
might
put
as
up
well just
we
call
put
it
up
the
a
Star
video.
Wars multiverse.
somebody edited a video, and it was a 4v4, and it was Darth Maul, Palpatine, Vader, and Kylo.
Right. Yeah. The Sith.
Versus it was actually Anakin, Obi-Wan, Luke, and for some reason they put young Solo in there with a blaster, which was kind of dumb. So we took out Solo and we put Qui-Gon in there. We didn't put Yoda. Anakin, Obi, Luke, Qui-Gon versus Maul, Palpatine, Vader, Kylo. Who wins?
Oh, I mean the Sith.
You think so?
Do you?
Anakin, good side. Obi-Wan, good side. Like Anakin, Obi from the prequels. Qui-Gon, and Luke. We'll say Luke, Mandalorian.
So, but in my mind, like the dark side, and this is like a big point of it, use powers that Jedi won't use.
I understand that, but I mean, Kylo's a liability.
But power level. I mean, I think it's really generally agreed that Luke was the strongest Jedi.
He was supposed to be the strongest. We never saw that come in Legends. In Outside, we did, but in canon, we didn't.
So
we assumed.
Actually, yeah, I think I might have to go with the Jedi on this.
Wes,
Qui-Gon, Luke, Obi-Wan. Yeah, no, I gotta go with
the father-son duo. You got the master that knows all. It's easy. Anakin.
Yeah. I feel like Kylo's a liability.
If you
if you take Qui-Gon out and you put Yoda in, I don't even think it's a question.
No, that's what I was actually about to say. Like, not even. Yeah.
But this guy put in Han Solo with a blaster.
No way. Yeah, just.
I also think it would be really interesting. Anakin, Obi, Luke in Ahsoka versus Maul, Palp, Vader, and Kylo.
Anakin, Obi, Luke, Ahsoka.
I like Ahsoka.
I mean, that's still Jedi win.
I like Ahsoka too. Yeah, I think it's a Jedi win as well.
Okay. All right. Last Star Wars thing before we get into our hit or miss segment. Prime Anakin versus Prime Luke. And Jon Favreau was actually asked this, and he gave an answer. He said Prime Anakin just because it was a dynamic time period, and we saw more of the culmination of him. Prime Luke has been assumed, and they alluded to that in The Mandalorian when you saw him come in and just do work.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? 1v1, you have to put $1 million on it. Prime Anakin or Prime Luke. So Prime meaning they are at their peak.
So, and just to clarify, this is not Darth Vader.
This is Anakin.
Yeah, this is pre-Sith, right? Pre-Sith.
And this is not Luke in the 7, 8, 9 movies. This is Prime Luke. So we're gonna say somewhere in between the Ahsoka and Mandalorian.
Luke Skywalker. Vader.
Why do you say that?
Because the Sith powers made Anakin who he was. Like him. Turning to the dark side made him stronger. His true potential. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Luke. Yeah, I like Anakin more, but I'll say Luke.
Jon Favreau said Anakin.
Jon Favreau's wrong.
You heard it here first on the Multiverse Podcast.
Make another Iron Man, please.
please. All right, it's time for hit or miss.
Well, I'm gonna stop you there because we've actually had some DC news this week, and it was I gotta tell you. When they were talking about the Green Lantern being Josh Brolin,
I forgot about that.
I was not happy.
A lot of people.
I have nothing against Josh Brolin.
What about all right, McConaughey?
Or Ewan McGregor, who we're just talking about, right? I would take either of them over Josh Brolin. And again, nothing against Josh Brolin. I like Josh Brolin. I don't think he should be the Green Lantern.
He shouldn't, because he's Cable and Thanos. That's who he is.
I just don't think he has the look for the Green Lantern.
I agree. I think he's too old too.
I think he's too old too, but you could say that about Ewan and
McConaughey.
Out of the two of them, I think I'd have to go with McGregor because I like him more. But I think they should cast somebody else besides the three of
Yeah,
them.
I picture Ewan McGregor and I cannot get over his accent. Like if
His
he
Scottish
tries like an
accent,
American accent. Or
Hello
something,
there.
Yeah, hello there.
I also think the issue with him is like, dude, he's Obi-Wan.
He's Obi-Wan, yeah.
He's Obi-Wan. Like,
You know what they do? You want to know how they drop the bomb and they break the internet? Ryan Reynolds.
dude, that honestly would be freaking amazing.
That would be crazy.
But he won't.
No.
He wouldn't.
Or would he?
No, he wouldn't.
Nobody thought Hugh Jackman would
Give him
ever
a
come
blank
back
check,
either.
bro. Just
That's
Yeah.
not. I don't think that. He doesn't need money, man. Like the guy doesn't.
No, he could literally be Deadpool and Green Lantern. The Green Lantern would be a full circle, like,
But would he want to? I don't think he would. I don't think he would. I think
I
he
don't
made Deadpool, man. He made Deadpool.
I don't know.
It'd be
You
fantastic.
heard it here first.
It would be insane.
what if he was
It
a
would.
fourth wall Green Lantern?
Then yes, do it.
Whoa.
Then do it. Yes.
That would be
It's
awesome.
like
Just
just
don't
a
make
meta
the
movie
suit
at that point.
green or animated.
Okay, really quick. Who needs to be Green Lantern?
Not anyone they have in mind right now.
Somebody new. Somebody
I could actually go. That's what a lot of people said. Like, hey, when Marvel first started, they like took their shots with like these newer, not well-known actors. You
Yeah.
know, do that, man.
I agree.
Do that.
I
Yeah.
It's a brand. It's starting from scratch too. So there's no harm, no
I
foul.
mean,
Zac Efron.
build. No, not Zac Efron. I actually really like Zac Efron. Actually, let me think about that for a second.
But think about the look, you know. He can pull.
Oh,
it
I'd
off.
be okay. I'd actually choose him over those other three.
What about
yeah,
Ken?
100%.
What about Ken, stuntman?
What?
Ken,
I
What's
don't know
his
who that is.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Yes.
Oh, Ken?
Yeah.
Nah, make him Ghost Rider or Nova. I'd rather him play those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us
Okay
know
with
who
Zac
should be the
Efron.
next Green Lantern.
Yeah, let us know what you think. I just don't think any of the three they have in mind right now. Not Josh Brolin, not McGregor, not McConaughey.
All right. It's hit or miss time.
Now we go to hit or miss.
It is time for hit or miss, everybody. I did a pretty good list for you guys this week.
that I have not looked at, and I
Yep,
will
that's
move
good deal,
this
good deal.
over to the side so I don't have to look at it. There we go.
Okay, guys, this is the hit or miss segment. You guys are going to tell me if something is a hit or a miss. Now, get your stuff out.
Do we?
You
Yeah, I was
forgot
gonna
it
say,
last
do we
time.
need stuff?
Yep, get your hit or miss things, right?
It's thumbs up or
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
boom.
Okay,
I'm ready.
just like last week, we started with gaming, so we're going to start with gaming this week as well. The current gen consoles, PS5, Xbox, Series X, S. And we'll throw in, or no, we're not going to throw a Nintendo Switch. That's a previous gen.
Are we saying are they a hit or miss?
Hit or miss. 3, 2, 1, send it.
I think they're a hit.
I've been only PC for years.
W take.
Oh, you're gonna get so many people that love
take.
you. Yeah,
But a hit. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
they're a
of
hit.
everything I've heard though.
they're a hit.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
consistent. They're good.
yeah, and I mean, they're
Now,
amazing for what they are. I mean, I remember having a PS2 and being like, "Whoa, these graphics are insane!" And now,
Are you buying the PS5 Pro for $800?
That was going to be another random
No, I
topic
don't-
we were going to go into.
I don't
That's
have. I don't
Oh,
have.
okay. Don't talk about it.
Yeah, don't talk about it yet. Okay.
All right.
Next up, hit or miss.
I was just gonna say I don't have any of the consoles. I'm literally just a PC player.
That's fair, yeah. I mean, especially with their releasing games on PC now, like, you don't
Right,
need one.
almost everything's on PC now. So
Yeah, exactly. Okay, hit or miss, guys. Next up, we have Disney Star Wars overall. I know, Star Wars podcast. Hit or miss.
Overall, that includes like the shows and everything. Man, I'm on the fence because there's some hits and there's some misses. I gotta go like that. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore what everyone says about it and just think about me.
You have to include the
enjoying-
acolyte.
Shh.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we're
so
talking-
Mandalorian overall hit. There's been some slow parts. Book of Boba miss. Ahsoka hit. Acolyte miss. Andor
Obi-Wan.
hit. Obi-Wan hit to me.
I liked Obi-Wan.
What else is out? Wasn't there an animated?
there's
Well,
been
this
animated
it's
stuff,
all
like-
Disney, right? So this
Yeah.
that includes
It's
the
really-
sequels, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're talking post acquisition. Yeah.
dude, it's right on. I can't. It's
I gotta
literally-
say, it's like really in the
it's-
middle.
it's
Yeah,
in the
it is.
middle. It's in the middle.
It's in the middle.
Because for every like Rogue One, you have your Last
Gosh,
Jedi.
Rogue One was so good.
It was.
Exactly. Yeah, this was a tough one. Okay, next up.
Somebody gave me crap on TikTok that I put it so high. But I put it above A New Hope.
That's because there's people that are like Jedi, like, enjoyers, and anything without Jedi is not fun in their book.
Yeah, they wouldn't like Andor, would they?
I mean, story-wise, both Andor and Rogue One are fantastic. Yeah.
All right.
Agreed. Okay, next up, guys, hit or miss. Kendrick Lamar going to be playing at the Super Bowl. Is that going to be a hit? Is that going to be a miss?
Dude, I was so involved in the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef.
That was a fun time.
So involved. I still blast Not Like Us at the gym every single freaking day.
Now, should he retire? Like, should Drake retire before that Super Bowl?
Retire?
Yeah, because that's the whole world.
If I were Drake,
Not Like Us.
You gotta just move past it. No round two, like they're talking about. Even Kendrick says, like, there's no round two. Like, move past it. I mean, and what do I know? I'm not a rapper by any means. I love rap. Like, I listen to a lot of rap, actually. And I was so involved with the beef. Like, I'm telling you, I was like so involved with the beef. I really was.
A lot of plot twists in that beef.
Yeah. And if I'm Drake, I move on. I forget about it. Move past it. Maybe take like a year off and then come back with a fire album. Not even talking about Kendrick. Just about anything but Kendrick. And just drop a fire album. And then people will go, okay.
True.
That's what I would do. But
society has proven that it's all about the road to redemption. You can literally F up so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Logan Paul in the Japan thing.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. Yeah. And now he's
now he's a WWE champion.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, I mean,
road to redemption.
The comeback is real, but I think
unless you're like F up like Diddy.
What?
Right. See, that's not canceled. That's criminal.
There's a difference. Yeah, but I think he goes. I think he should go away for a while. Let people, let this die down a little bit. But the only issue with that, but it's also an issue if he doesn't let it die down for a while, is when you come back with an album, it has to be fire. Because if it's not, then you really lose your chance at a comeback. Because then people will go, oh, he was. Kind of got roasted by Kendrick. Like, majority of the people think Kendrick won, and then he went away and then he came back and it was all right. Like, that's when you really start to go down. Like, no matter what he does next, it has to be absolute fire.
Yeah.
I personally don't care if he comes back or not.
True. Well, this next one is another hit or miss, a little bit bittersweet on the same music topic. And that is the new Linkin Park.
Oh,
their new singer, their new song.
I'm a nostalgic person, so I hold in nostalgia.
I really am nostalgic as well, and Linkin Park was a big part of my.
Their new song has been in my head, bro, 24/7. Not hitting the same for you guys?
It's really tough. I'm gonna say in the middle.
I gave mine.
I'm gonna go in the middle.
That's fair.
Man, sorry for the audio view or the audio listeners. My bad.
Yeah, the reason I say in the middle is because also at the same time it's kind of like I thought about this before. Like, do I just want them to stop? And it's kind of like, no, I don't just want them to stop, because you also want, like, Chester can live on through the band, right? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like. Yeah, and I think back like Sublime with Rome. Like, I still like Sublime with Rome, right? And I still like to hear the songs. Like, I've seen them live and stuff like that. Like, I'm in the middle on it.
Yeah. I think the team or like the band just didn't want to be paused in time. Now, there has been some controversy with Emily, and this going up on TikTok is probably going to have a lot of comments. I've seen the TikToks. That's one of the reasons why I put it on the list. So, if you guys have this is your opportunity. Do you want to keep your answer? No? Okay. Next up then. Okay, he's standing on business.
Literally anybody is the thing. It could have literally, like, man, woman, it doesn't matter.
I'm not hating. I'm stuck on nostalgic.
That's
whatever it would have been. You're going to have people like Jimmy. You're going to have people who are a lot more extreme than Jimmy. They're like, no, Linkin Park is not the same without him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they should have quit. And then the other people are going to say, no, they should, like, carry his name on throughout it, continue to be, you know what I mean? It's like, you're gonna get weird.
Look, the argument stretches across all types of IPs. Same with Back to the Future. There's people that argue they want the remaster, the remake, or they want Back to the Future 4. Would I go watch it? Yes. Would I hold it in high regard like the original 3? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely not the same, for sure.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, guys, hit or miss. The animated Spider-Verse films.
That's easy. You can move on.
Just
Easy,
go.
move on.
Just
Okay,
Yeah,
W?
there's yeah.
Did you guys hear about the clickbait that happened with that? They were like
Yes.
saying that they
Yeah.
scrapped like half.
And then
of
the
film or
director came
whatever.
out and said no.
It's like here's
Yeah,
your
like
receipts,
one
buddy.
of the people scoring it, and then
Yeah.
Oh, good. Next up, guys, hit or miss. iPhone 16. We buying it? We pre-ordering it? I know Jimmy is.
I don't know
I
much
see it.
about it.
So it's got the new-
Look. Let me explain before I get like just rolled for being an iPhone fanboy.
I think I might have an iPhone thing in my agree disagree today.
Guys, I do. This is really crazy
No, I
to
do
even
not.
say this because
Kind
you're talking about a guy that's lived through the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now the 2020s. I do 70% of my workload for most of my businesses on this phone. That's wild. So it's super, super important day to day for me. So yes, I'll be upgrading. I do like the new camera thing on the side, to be honest with you.
Right?
Is it something new and innovative? No, yeah, the corners are rounded a little more. The screen's bigger, and it has Apple Intelligence. Remember we talked about this the other day. They're going to
AI?
shoehorn AI into everything. Well, here it comes.
But will
yes,
they? But will they incorporate the AI into previous phones? Because Android did that.
I don't know.
I think it's
But-
an iOS 18 thing, right?
Oh, it may be. Look, it's going to be a
I'm not
hit
sure.
because they're going to sell millions upon millions upon millions, and then until it's time for the iPhone.
I mean, are you
17.
asking me is it going to be a financial hit? Then yes. Are you asking me
Yeah.
if I'm going to buy it? Not right away, probably.
I will be
Yeah.
buying it in probably the second.
I have
week
the
of
latest
launch.
iPhone, and I just don't think it's going to be big enough of a difference for me to really.
See, I'm on a 14 Pro Max, so it's
See,
tough.
I'm on the latest one, right? So
You're on the 15.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
Pro
the-
Max. Yeah.
Yeah. You're okay. Me and
That's what I'm
Ashley,
saying,
me
like,
and
I'm not
Ashley
gonna go
usually
get
go. We go an off year.
Me too. That's why I'm
Okay.
like, I'm
So
not going to go
you'll
get the
get
next
the
one.
17.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't get, like, I have a S24, Samsung Galaxy S24 that I do a lot of work on as well. So it's like, we'll see. But I don't use that as my everyday phone. My everyday phone is the iPhone.
Heck yeah, awesome. Yeah. Okay. Next up, guys, hit or miss. Black Ops 6. Did we play the beta? Anybody? Any beta?
I played the
enjoyers?
beta.
I love it. Yeah, I've played it. I love it. It's awesome.
So if I had put this green thumb up 5 years ago, and I know some of you watching this are gonna be like, "Hey, Jimmy," because we got it on the COD Fortnite. They're like, "I know that voice. Oh, it's Chaos." If I'd put this up 5 years ago, you could call me a COD shill. You can't do that now because I've literally proven that I'll drop Call of Duty for multiple years if I don't find it enjoyment. Black Ops 6 is going to be one of the best Call of Duties that we've seen once it's out. And there's two reasons. One, the Omni movement, once everybody gets used to it and it's the new standard,
You get used to it so quickly.
it's going to be the thing. Number two, Treyarch's had 4 years to polish this, and they are leaning into nostalgia. They are leaning into nostalgia when it comes to the prestige system, even to the point where your prestige emblems, your icons, are all like nostalgic pieces or from past Treyarch games or Black Ops games. So I think it's going to be an absolute massive Call of Duty. I think it is what Call of Duty needed to try to establish themselves as the king FPS again.
Yeah.
I've played it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
First
it.
Game Pass game as well.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
12 new weapons never seen in the COD universe.
Yeah.
16
A total
new
of
maps.
16 brand new maps, not remakes,
New
not remasters.
zombies, which I'm
brand new
excited
maps.
about.
Oh my
Zombies,
gosh.
which they are round-based zombies, which they're leaning heavy into what made
can-
them
Rick Toffin's back.
popular.
You can
yeah.
stop and on solo mode. You can save it and come back to it.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
The
game
customizable
changer.
HUD, you can literally make your
people
HUD
are getting so pissed at
anything
that
you
and
want.
not realizing you can turn the HUD off.
yeah,
right?
all of it.
Yeah.
You can move it around, widgets, everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look, there are going to be things that aren't good.
Packet burst.
It's
There
Call
is
of
never
Duty.
there is never going to be
It's
a perfect Call of
Duty.
Duty.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a good
I was playing it with my buddy who hates Call of Duty, and he's just getting like pwned by shotguns and snipers. I'm like, that's Call of Duty though. Like,
Get good. Get good, loser.
Gosh, these drop shotters. These guys are jumping when they shoot.
It's not
That's
drop
Call of
shots anymore.
Duty.
It's like torpedoes sideways.
I love it, dude. I slide,
Jump
I
shot.
drop shot. I don't jump. I never jump.
Yeah.
I hate people that jump. I never jump, but I'll slide, I drop shot, I do all this stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a big
It's going to
hit.
be good.
Heck yeah. Okay, next up, guys. Hit or miss. The Hobbit trilogy.
I enjoyed it.
I just watched on YouTube the other day the fight of the Immortals. That's a killer scene. Yeah, I
Oh.
liked it. Definitely was.
Speaking
Go.
I know it got hated on and it was longer
got
and more
hated a
drawn
little.
out, but it was a story that it's a good story.
It's Lord of the Rings still.
We go
like,
back to the whole,
yeah.
all three of us when it comes to like Star Wars or Marvel or Lord of the Rings. We're gonna go watch it and we're gonna enjoy it. I mean, we're gonna take it in. If we get to a point where we don't get any more Lord of the Rings, then that's sad.
It would have to be truly garbage for me to not like it.
It wasn't garbage at all.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
just
garbage, so it's
it
a
was
hit,
slower,
right?
It was
Unless
way
it's
slower.
truly terrible, it's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they could have condensed it down and just done 2 movies.
They could have.
Because
They
like
could have.
Totally.
for
the
sure.
second one, like right at the end, like whenever the dragon's like flying above, and you're just like, oh my gosh, you know.
Stops.
Or was that the first one? Yeah, it was the first one that he flew over, and then the second one. But then we were just like waiting for the big fight scene to happen. But then we got battle.
Well,
of
we
Five
didn't need the
Armies.
20-minute dishes and dinner scene and
Oh no,
and
I love it. No, I'm staying on business. I love
Really?
every bit of that, bro. I loved every second of it. I love the dwarves.
was it necessary though? All of it?
Get the kitchen and that's what available bag inside.
So this dude wants to condense it down to 2, but he won't cut any of
won't,
that out.
Yeah, no, that's gotta stay. That's gotta stay. Okay, guys, next up, hit or miss. The Assassin's Creed series video games.
Dude, it's so up and down.
I've never played any of them.
The first ones were good. They were janky. Then we went off. Black Flag was good.
Oh, that was amazing.
Dude, there's so many of them. Odyssey is one of my top 5 favorite video games of all time.
Ooh,
It is.
take. That's a good game. Good
I
game.
pass. I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna do this or this because it's just one of those where they hit and then they miss and then they
Okay,
hit.
so now, are you saying like, okay, with just the RPGs, are you saying hit? So there's
The
like 2
RPG
different
style,
versions.
like Odyssey and Origins, stuff
Yeah.
like that. I love it.
Okay, so
I
hit
love
on
it.
those and
I love it.
then miss on the original stuff. Like, are you know,
No.
nostalgia?
No, I can't remember. There was 2 or 3 in the middle there that were trash, and
Yeah.
I can't remember what they are. I can't remember the names. There's so many.
Anything
Black
with,
Flag was
Ezio.
great. I mean, the first one it's nostalgic because it is what it is, but I mean, it's super janky if you go back and play it now.
It doesn't hold up well, yeah. No,
It doesn't hold up well, but I'm more of I like RPG. I like the story. I like being able to be involved in that as opposed to the smaller world, more stealthy. But that's just me. So
Okay, sweet. Okay, guys, next up, we have the Shrek movies.
ready for Shrek 5.
Totally.
What about that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? I literally watched that yesterday.
That
Cinematic
movie's
masterpiece.
awesome. That movie is awesome.
I
I
saw a
love
tweet.
that movie.
I haven't watched that movie.
It's
Oh
a
my gosh,
great
Shimmy.
movie.
I saw this tweet where someone's like, they were talking about the Minecraft movie. They're just like, the Minecraft movie is for my 6-year-old, and then someone quote tweeted it, and it was like The Last Wish with like the dog, you know, and he like scared Puss. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah,
That movie really
Incredible.
was good. Yeah.
yeah, it was a good movie. That's all I have, guys, for hit or miss. That
All
has been
right.
hit or miss.
We are going to jump in. We talked to theory. We talked a theory or 2 earlier. So I want to talk about some random stuff.
Okay.
And we actually touched on it, but let's talk about it really quick. PS5 Pro, $700.
Are we
I
surprised
don't know.
at this point?
I don't know why anybody's shocked.
Right, yeah.
It was so funny. Somebody took their PS5 and put like 3 things of black electrical tape around it. And they're like, boom, PS5 Pro. But people are going to buy it. I'm at the point now where gaming, I don't get to game as much. So I'm probably good right now with my PS5. I'm not going to be buying the PS5 Pro on day one.
I won't ever buy it.
I will
And
be
in today's
right
economy,
here.
and what people are going through just getting groceries and gas and everything, $700 is a lot of money.
People have time to, say, I mean, like, let's be honest, this console is not for your everyday PlayStation user.
No.
This is mainly for like your enthusiasts, people that want, I mean, let's be honest right here, guys. The reason that it's $699 is because they know the GTA 6 is coming out soon,
Ugh.
and they know that regardless of what they put it at, it's set to come out next year.
Yeah.
That's when they said. But it could slip. But now even still, $699 for a console to get 60 FPS on GTA 6. People are going to go out in droves.
But
all
I'm gonna
of
be
the-
bold. I'm gonna make a bold prediction until we get to that point with GTA 6 and people are pre-ordering for it. Whatever. I think the sales numbers are going to slump for this. I don't think they're going to be good.
The press itself, like I said for a while that it should be $649. It makes sense with the pricing model. I think $699. They without a vertical stand, have you like you want a vertical stand? You got to spend another $70.
Buy more, yeah.
You know, you want like, yeah, no, it's ridiculous. They hiked the price on the DualSense as well.
Yep.
In my opinion, it shouldn't. They should have just done $649. We're getting like PS3 era price numbers. You know,
I agree.
kind of crazy.
All right, Ian McKellen doing 2 movies with the hope of 3.
Sir
Ian McKellen, my bad. How old is he? Can somebody find out really quick? Doing 2 movies with the hope of 3 Gollum movies. Are we getting a Gollum trilogy?
Yes.
I'm not sold on that. A Gollum movie would be great to do the off times and see like what happened. 3? That's a lot.
Yeah, so with the Hunt for Gollum movie,
85?
He got
Yeah,
hurt
that's
recently
wild.
too.
Magneto
he
Magneto
fell, yeah.
got old.
in Broadway, yeah.
He fell on Broadway and he got hurt recently.
Yeah.
And they want him to go back to Middle Earth?
Yeah, so 3
Protect
movies.
Sir Ian.
Yeah, protect him at all costs. But I mean, to be fair, like what was it Sir Richard Lee, Christopher Lee that did that's Dooku Saruman? He was like 92 whenever he did those films. So it's like he can do it until he's 90, bro.
I know. I'm not sold on this, especially if the wording is we're trying to get a trilogy of Gollum movies.
So apparently it's Hunt for Gollum movie to be confirmed as the first of 3 apparently separate films. The Scouring of the Shire and the something else. I don't know what the third one is.
Are they all 3 Gollum focused?
I don't think they are. I think the one is Gollum focused.
Okay. All right. Well, then that makes a little more sense.
I'm for it since it's him, right? But it's always just like, man, you know, the more you do, the bigger chance you have of messing it up. And it's like, but I guess, you know, the Hobbit movies weren't as good as the original trilogy, but you still liked them, right? It didn't ruin the original trilogy by any means. It's just kind of like,
You're not going to go wrong with him as Gandalf.
Yeah.
right, exactly. So it's just kind of like, you know.
But are you plugging him in? It doesn't matter if the rest of the story sucks. We go back to this. We talked about Keanu Reeves not being in The Acolyte. I mean, he couldn't have saved The Acolyte if the story sucks. So if the story sucks, Sir Ian's not going to save it. It's just going to be cool, we got to see Gandalf again.
Right, yeah.
So
I don't think he can be tarnished at this point. It's so iconic. Yeah.
No, he can't.
My only questions is like Andy Serkis going to be the performance capture like, for Gollum?
I mean, if you're getting Ian McKellen back,
and
why
then
not
is
get Andy
Peter
Serkis?
Jackson going to be involved with the trilogy or the 3
so.
movies? Because if you don't have that, like you have to basically recreate the recipe. Because the
That
last
trifecta.
time the Hobbit, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Hobbit films they were using another director. It was the dude that does all the horror films. Warren, you got me on this one.
Totally.
No, not. I can't remember his name. Well, so there was going to be a director, and then the director was moved. Like he basically like quit or whatever. Guillermo del Toro. He was supposed to do The Hobbit, but then he left, and then Peter Jackson basically had to jump in and just save the trilogy. So
All right.
So if they start with Peter Jackson, I'm sure it'll be fine. But if Peter's not involved, I'm out.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Shogun won 14 Emmys so far. Will it sweep the award show at the end of the week? I don't know because I haven't watched it.
It's pretty good, man. Like, I think it does.
You didn't watch Shogun?
It's really good.
Dude, brother, you need to like stop what you're doing.
Is it as good as Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
It's better than anything you've ever seen.
It is not the same.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's much more fast paced than
I haven't not watched it because I'm avoiding it. I just haven't watched it.
There's so much.
Go to
There's
Disney
so much out there.
Watch it.
I will add it to my list. What popular franchise needs a movie? Metroid, Elder Scrolls, etc. Metroid, I would love a rated R, really like
that's
Dead
Samus,
Space.
right?
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about. Yeah,
don't do it as a kiddie PG-13.
Oh no,
do it,
no.
Do it.
Don't do it animated either. Do a real movie.
Live action, alien style, romp. That would be good.
dope.
Elder Scrolls. Whew. I mean, you'd have to nail the landing, but you could start a whole new franchise with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
What
I
else is
really,
there?
I really want a true Final Fantasy movie,
Oh my gosh.
like a
That'd be cool.
true one, not like the Advent Children one. I believe that was its name, like forever ago, 20 years ago or whatever. Like a real one. And I liked
We're-
Advent Children, but I want
we're
a
getting
real
Zelda,
Final
right?
Fantasy.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, and
doing
I'm
Zelda. Yep.
so
Animated.
excited about it, man. That's like, I
excited
hope
about
that's so
that.
close to my heart, man.
Same.
Oh gosh, they better not screw that up, man.
You know one I would like to see, and I know it would probably fail because I just don't feel like it could be done right now. I would still love to see a good Call of Duty rated R movie.
I mean, why not?
I know it would bleed into being like just another like military. I don't know.
So I like.
I
those
don't know if
movies.
they
I like
could do
those
it
movies.
right.
I like war movies.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, it is time for top 5. And apparently, this is it, Warren. This is starting to be like the pressure's on. What we say goes out into the interwebs, and then it gets determined whether or not you and me are good people in life.
You're killing me here with some of these, man. You're just killing me with some of them. You're
Hey,
trying.
you
You're
know-
trying to.
You know how you fix that?
get me kicked off the internet here. How do you fix it?
You put in a topic you want.
That's true. No, I like them, but man, like some of these
You're
like,
saying
we're
they're
gonna talk
hard.
about today. Yeah.
That's what
Some of
we
these
want,
we're talking
buddy.
about today is like, why would you choose this subject?
Yeah, let's go. Feed the fire. All right, first one is top 5 Pixar movies.
This one wasn't so hard for me.
Okay, go for it. You're at number 5.
Cars.
Okay.
Ka-chow!
I have Up at number 5.
Okay, Up's a really good one. That almost was number 5 for me. I think I just enjoyed. I didn't cry as much in Cars with that freaking opening of Up.
Up is
So,
rough.
Up is rough. It really is, but
Yeah.
it's a good one. So I'll give you that. I'll give that an honorable mention.
Okay.
The next ones are like really hard to choose the order, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Monsters Inc. for 4.
Okay. Finding Nemo for me.
Why are you okay? You're looking at me. You're looking at me kind of weird right there. Finding Nemo is number 3 for me.
Oh, all right.
It's a great movie. I mean,
Number
so,
3.
so is Monsters Inc.
Number 3 for me is Wall-E.
I thought about putting Wall-E on it, but I didn't.
You didn't put Wall-E?
Nope. Didn't. It doesn't strike a chord in my heart. I mean, granted, it's very touching, right? But it's a great film. Honorable mention. Honorable mention.
You can't just cheat and put everything I say that you don't put on there as honorable mentions.
Yes, I can. There's no rules been established for that. It is not a part of my top 5. I'm not breaking the rules. I'm not adding anything to the top 5. I'm giving it an honorable mention. There's no rules against it. Wait, what did you just say?
Wall-E, number 3.
For number 3. So it's my
Yeah.
turn at number 2.
Yeah.
The Incredibles.
Okay.
I
Number
love that.
2.
In Incredibles, number 2 is also fantastic. I will
Number
throw
2
that in
for
there.
me is Inside Out.
That almost made the list as well.
Oh, we'll put it on your honorable mentions.
Yeah, dang right. It goes on the honorable
Warren, go
mentions.
ahead.
So it is The Incredibles 2. And then number 1, I got to go Toy Story, man.
Number 1 for me is Toy Story.
I gotta
In
go Toy
actual
Story.
honorable mentions that I wrote down previously before the show, Monsters Inc., which was tough because I really wanted to fit
Dude,
it on
Monsters Inc. I love Monsters Inc.
Incredibles, and
Right.
I will also say Toy Story 2 and 3, the whole trilogy.
I kind of grouped all the Toy Stories in there.
I don't count 4. I don't count 4. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Gotcha.
That wasn't an easy list to do.
It was
for
kind
me,
of
it
easy
wasn't.
for me.
There's
Like
some really
these,
good movies.
these are like definitively my favorite ones. Yes,
We'll do
Wall-E
Dream
and stuff like that. DreamWorks next.
DreamWorks next. Yeah, we'll do that down the road.
All
All right, next one, and this seems fitting because Jack Black is always in the news for something.
This one was harder for me than Pixar.
Top 5 Jack Black movies at number 5 for me. Nacho Libre.
See, I have a number 5, but it's split in 2, and I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna go with my first one, honorable mention. With this is so hard. Tenacious D, Pick of Destiny is my honorable mention. So number 5, I will say Nacho Libre.
Okay, number 4,
No comment.
Kung Fu Panda.
Okay. Number 4, Kung Fu Panda.
Okay. This one is probably going to get you.
I wasn't actually sure you were going to let me say Kung Fu Panda because we did, for the Nick Cage one, we did live action. Or for one of them, we did live action only. So
I mean, you got to be able to do his voiceovers because that's what he's
Yeah.
best at on most
Yeah.
of these. Number 3. He was so funny in this movie. Tropic Thunder.
Yes. Me
Seriously?
too. Number 3. I swear.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow! I didn't think you'd have that on there.
Oh
Dude,
wait, actually,
he was the one. He was always looking for the cocaine.
Wait, I actually don't. Sorry, my number. That was number 2. My number 3 is actually Orange County.
Okay, all right. So
That
your
movie,
number 3 is Orange County. Number 2 is Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Tropic Thunder.
We have to have the same one. Wait, what's your number 2?
We're not going to. I already know what your number 1 is because I know you. My number 2 is your number 1. Super Mario Brothers for number 2.
No,
That's
not on my list.
Bowser?
He's fantastic, but the movie overall.
I bet you I know Warren's. I'm gonna message it to you.
Those are mine.
Then maybe we do have the same number 1. What's your number 2?
You already know my number 2.
Oh, yeah. Tropic Thunder. Okay, what's your number 1?
On the count of 3, on go.
Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. School of
Rock.
W.
Yeah!
Woo!
Let's go. Now the question is, did we do good enough
for the internet?
For the graces
We
of the
become
internet?
best friends.
Yeah.
We're best
Want to
friends.
do karate in the basement? Yep.
But the question is, do we make any new best friends?
I mean, so
pretty good list.
for me, it was like at the very at number 6 and 5. I like Tenacious D, Pick a Destiny, Orange County, Nacho Libre.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, those are Tenacious D is such a Jack Black thing, right? And
Nacho Libre is such a Jack.
But Nacho Libre, that's why I have to put Nacho Libre on my top.
The memes, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I have to put it on my top.
All right,
Come on,
we're
you just have to
vibing.
clarify something. You had Kung Fu Panda on your list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which one is the best one?
I go.
See, there's
with
a difference.
Original. I go with the original.
It's
yeah,
Kung Fu
I'm gonna
Panda
go with number 1.
It's
amazing. It's amazing. Kung Fu Panda 2 is amazing, but like, I'll go with the original.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm gonna say original too.
You guys are entitled to your wrong opinion, so yeah, it's number 2 though. Number 2 for the
All right, this next one is a stupid list. Somebody suggested. I think it was Taz. I think Taz put this in there, and I should have told him no and deleted it in our Discord. One? Top 5 movies of all time.
I can't see this one is like
I'm doing it.
This one.
I'm doing it. I did it.
There's
I'm gonna go with it, but I'm gonna let you guys know.
I'm gonna get so much heat for mine because I will say it. I'm such a basic person.
This can change because
it changes all the time. That's the problem with it. There's
a bucket for me of about 30 movies that it all depends on my aura and what's going on in my life and my era. Okay? I just want everybody to know that. I want to establish that up front.
To me, it's like when you ask me my favorite top 5 Marvel movies, it's like, dude, they're not always the same. No, it's the same thing for the best movies.
I know, but
it's
that
like,
is easy.
They're not always the same. Of course, it's easier compared to this.
Do you have a Marvel movie on this list?
Of course.
I don't.
I do because I love Marvel.
That doesn't mean I don't love Marvel. Go.
I love Marvel.
Number 5.
The most.
Go.
Miracle.
Wow.
I'm a hockey player. That is one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
And it is a great movie.
See,
USA
that's the beauty of
Russia.
This list.
Like, oh man.
That's the beauty of this list because there's so many options.
Well, let me go ahead and just start by I have a whole list here that it's like, from Gladiator, Pulp Fiction.
No. You're not gonna cheat and encompass.
No. I'm saying there are just a lot of movies that you can choose from. There are a lot of amazing movies. Forrest Gump, right? The Matrix. Like there's so many amazing
That's the whole
movies.
point of having to rank it down. We have to do the dirty work.
All right, so
my
Miracle.
number 5.
Yeah.
My number 5. Back to the Future.
Okay. Actually, if I thought about that, I probably could have guessed that from you.
Yeah. All right, number 4.
Not sure you could get hate for that.
I better not get hate for that.
Number 4, Meet Joe Black. A lot of people haven't heard of this movie. It's Brad Pitt.
I've watched it. It's Brad Pitt.
Anthony.
It's old.
Yeah, it is. It is old. I think just the story of it all is fantastic. The emotion of it all is fantastic. The cinematography of it all is fantastic.
Are you a Benjamin Button fan too?
No, I wouldn't put it anywhere near this.
Okay. All right.
I don't.
Diaries?
I like that one. But no, for some reason, I've just always loved this movie. I think it's just great cinema.
That's the beauty of this type of list.
Yes.
Number 4 for me, gonna go with the original Star Wars, 1977. Just where it all started.
Totally. Okay.
Have to do that.
Yep. I agree.
That's my number 4.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me. You're not gonna let me do this, but I have like a slash here. Endgame and Infinity War.
I'll let you do it.
Yeah, it's like a part 1, part 2 type of thing. They're kind of the same, Yeah.
That's your number 3.
Clarify, which one was better?
I probably say Infinity War. It's typically what I gravitate. Yeah, it's what I typically gravitate. It's a little bit better. But yeah. So you're number 3, Jimmy.
Shawshank Redemption.
See, gosh, man, I like.
If that movie came on, anytime that movie comes on, I stop and watch.
I mean, I'll go over honorable mentions that I have in here after. It's on there, but like, it's so hard, man. I won't say yet, but where am I at?
Number 3.
No,
number 2.
The Departed.
No. 1, 2, 3.
I'm at number 2. I just checked.
No, you can't be. I did Back to the Future, Star Wars, and Shawshank.
I'm on 3. Yeah, I'm on 3.
Oh no, I have 6 movies.
Oh
no. A little bit harder than you thought, Jimmy.
Okay, all right. You're number 2.
Yeah, my number 2. Yeah, because I got Meet Joe Black.
Miracle. Yeah, you're right. I have 6 movies. Go ahead.
The Departed.
It's a really good movie.
I love that.
That's one. That's another one. If it's on TV, I'm watching it.
Oh, it's such a super good movie. And the cast.
Number 2, I'm gonna pull a Warren, and I'm gonna do a slash, but it's the same actor. Saving Private Ryan and Forrest Gump.
Yeah. See, gosh, man.
Forrest Gump.
I give you the slash.
I don't know if younger people realize how impactful that movie was.
I love that movie. It's not on my list, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
This was hard. This was really hard.
It was. All right. Number 1 for you.
The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Really?
I thought about it, and I just recently rewatched the trilogy. Dude, I don't think I like any movie more than really the whole trilogy. I'll say. Yeah, I really don't think I like any other movies. I mean, some get close, but those to me are just top tier.
Okay. All right. My number 1, and it's not your normal number 1, but it makes me think. It takes me to a different place. Interstellar.
I knew it. Oh, I knew it.
With a hard honorable mention to The Dark Knight.
So
Inception.
Honorable mentions for me: Inception, Dark Knight.
It was a good movie, but I don't hold it in high regard.
The greatest movie of all time, in my opinion.
Hey,
greatest movie.
It's good.
There you go.
With Dark Knight on the list as
So
well.
Dark Knight, Inception, Gladiator, Pulp Fiction.
Here he goes. He's going to literally
Shawshank Redemption, Forrest Gump, Matrix, Interstellar, and yeah, those are the ones that I fought with. With. Yeah.
Okay, guys, here we go. This is our new podcast segment. This is One Must Go. I'm going to give you guys a list of 4 items, names.
This could also get us in trouble.
This could get us in big trouble. Or it could be something, we might have some new friends. Okay, so this is
one has to be deleted from history, off your list,
history,
right?
just from existence entirely. We're talking Thanos snapping it, Nintendo switching it.
We snap it.
Okay. Oh, that's different. So not even right now, just from history ever. You're not saying
never existed.
Never existed.
One must go.
All right.
Okay, here we go, guys. We have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
TikTok,
Facebook.
I had so many great times on Facebook, man. When it first came out,
really,
all through college, Facebook was like it for me.
Facebook is, and we were talking before the show how toxic TikTok can be, and we're both used to this. YouTube is taking a back seat compared to some of these other platforms now.
Tell me.
Facebook, it's a whole nother level, because TikTok, these people aren't families and friends. Facebook, it gets nasty. It gets bad.
I've had some nasty moments on Facebook, but I've had a lot of really great moments. And
Wes, give us yours on each one too.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is definitely going to be Facebook for sure. Yeah.
See, if you would say get rid of one right now, to me, I'd say Facebook. But if you're talking about erasing it from my past, I can't get rid of Facebook.
It's gone.
Yeah, but I had so many great things happen from Facebook.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So that's very personal to me. If you ask me right now, I'd get rid of Facebook, but not to delete it from my past.
I got you.
Yeah.
You have the power, Warren.
I'm all right with TikTok being
balanced, like all things should be. Okay, next up, guys, we have ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, and ranch. And I know you guys are gonna be some haters here.
Whoa.
Mustard. Get out of here, mustard. I don't even.
That's
I've already.
that's-
Mustard has been permanently erased from my history before it even got into it. I don't do
Okay.
mustard.
Mustard number
Guys,
one hater here.
guys, I'm gonna put on my backpack and I'm gonna put you guys in my backpack and I'm gonna take the brunt of what is coming. Okay? This is for you guys. I'm gonna take the hit. Ranch.
That's mine as well. Ranch could go bye-bye.
Really?
I hate
okay.
ranch. I mean, no, I don't hate ranch.
Look,
I
look,
don't mind
here-
ranch.
The way I do it is, what do I use the least? I use ketchup, I use mustard, I use mayonnaise. I don't use ranch very often. If I have some wings, I usually go blue cheese.
Bro,
or
some
buffalo sauce.
freaking pizza rolls, bruh. With
I don't eat
ranch,
pizza rolls very
some
often.
garlic
So
salt,
ranch,
Gosh, what's wrong with your life?
ranch has
know.
got to go.
Yeah, compared to
Mustard.
ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, like you can put
Mustard.
the three together and like have a
Yeah.
completely new, like,
Get mustard out of there, man.
yeah, no,
You don't
mustard
even deserve
stays.
to be there.
Okay. Next up, guys, we have oatmeal cookie, chocolate chip cookie, snickerdoodle, and ice sugar cookies. Come on, guys. Come on,
This is
come on,
easy.
guys.
What?
This is so
This
easy.
is easy.
What was the
Ice
last
sugar
one?
cookie. Ice sugar cookie.
Yeah, ice sugar
I
cookie.
think I
just
know what those are.
Send that to the grave, bro.
I'll do it in order. Ice sugar cookie, snickerdoodle gone, then chocolate chip, and then oatmeal's last.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Oatmeal.
High five.
Yeah.
W.
Wait, you're saying ice sugar cookie is your top one?
No,
No,
ice
they're
sugar
going
cookie gets
bye-bye.
deleted first, then snickerdoodle, then
Oh.
chocolate chip, and then oatmeal gets saved.
And then puts on a pedestal because of it, how good it is.
Because it's
I would
amazing.
say get rid of ice sugar cookie.
Okay.
W.
all
W
right.
take.
A
W
lot of
take.
people don't like oatmeal. I love oatmeal cookies, man.
Bro,
Oatmeal cookies
raisin,
fresh
They're
are the best.
amazing, dude.
They're
yeah,
best.
amazing.
just right out the oven, just immediate in mouth.
Amazing.
Just
So I'm not a fan of chocolate chip cookies. I love chocolate chip cookie dough, but my daughter Lainey makes chocolate chip cookies with the bittersweet small chocolate chips and a little bit of salt put in there, and it's
Dude,
really good.
dip it in some freaking milk, man.
Or some ranch.
with cookies.
What the hell did you just say?
Hey, sometime in the future, could we do a food segment where like we sample something crazy that the audience asks
What?
us?
Some ranch.
Could
You
we do
did
something
not.
like that?
Might as well
That'd
put
be fun.
mustard on it. Jeez.
Or a food challenge. Warren, would
Yeah.
you be open to food challenges?
yeah.
Sweet.
Totally.
All right, let's go.
Okay, next up, guys, we have Halloween, 4th of July, Valentine's Day, and New Year's Eve.
Ooh.
I mean,
It's
this
not
is-
going to be Halloween. It's not going to be New Year's Eve. 4th of July it's pretty important holiday for multiple reasons. I got to go Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
And
Day.
Ashley, if you watch this, that has nothing to do with like my love for you or anything.
My love language is not gift giving or receiving. I don't like receiving gifts from a significant other. Like I was dating a girl recently and she would give me gifts all the time. I'd be like, oh my gosh, why are you
Stop giving me gifts.
I'm like, now I feel
Unless they're oatmeal
obligated-
cookies and
Bruh.
ranch.
Well, like now I feel obligated to like get you stuff. And she traveled all the time
Mhm.
for work and she'd bring me stuff back from every place. It's like super sweet.
That's
Like,
really thoughtful.
it is, and I totally appreciate it. But I'm not the guy that's like, yay. I'm like, no, I gotta get you a gift. That's how I feel.
So Valentine's?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Just
All
get it
three
out
of
of
us,
here.
unanimous.
Just
All right.
Drop the nuke on it. Okay, next up
Okay.
we have Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, and Captain America.
Captain.
I already
America.
know. I knew you were going to do that.
Captain America.
Guys.
Bro, it's Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man, Jimmy. Who are you going to get rid of?
Yeah,
please get rid of Batman right now. Sit here and get rid of
Do
Batman.
not get rid of Batman.
Where is she?
Where is she?
Okay, Spider-Man's gone then. See you later, Spider-Man.
Captain America.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. Because you're not getting rid of Superman either.
I love
thought
Cap,
about- I
but
thought
yeah,
about
it.
yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
thought
do
about
Spider-
it.
Thought
I thought
about it, but
about
then
it.
you just like think about the cultural impact of Superman on your life. Like, come on.
I was this close to saying Batman.
Batman. Okay,
Finish
next
the
up, guys.
podcast, then you have my permission to die.
I'm not wearing any hockey pants.
I will be
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah, true. Okay, next up we have
That's
grocery
such a great line. I'm not wearing hockey pants.
grocery store sushi, shrink wrap tuna sandwich, vending machine chips, and a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
I gotta go with whatever the tuna sandwich was. I think
That's dang.
my grocery
Yeah.
store. It's called Harmon's.
Yeah, I don't
Has
want to
amazing sushi.
I don't want to yeah, I don't want a prepackaged tuna
sandwich. Yeah, I don't
from a grocery store.
For me, that's not that hard.
Yeah, see, for me, it's like I'm getting rid of the sushi because, like, if I'm eating sushi, I want it to be.
You want it to be fresh.
I understand that because it really is like hit or miss sometimes.
Hold on, no. Hold on, Wes. Grocery stores, like we have Kroger here. You ever heard of Kroger?
Yeah.
So they've revamped all their things, and they now have they have a sushi, or Sam's Club does too. They have a sushi station with a sushi sous chef in there making fresh sushi every day.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah. See, I'm thinking of like a local Walmart that you pull up. But yeah.
I mean, even Walmart kind of does.
Gas station sushi is what should have been on there.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of a PB&J.
Oh heck no! Hold on, time out. Jelly flavor now, strawberry, grape. What are you going with?
What?
Grape.
Wait, what?
Grape.
Strawberry or grape?
Grape for peanut butter.
What am I getting rid of, or what am I going with?
Yeah, what are you going with?
Oh yeah, grape.
Dude, strawberry all day. You guys.
You want to know what hits hard? Don't do either, and put some honey with it.
Yes. Dude. For the longest time, when I was trying to become a professional hockey player, I'd go to all these camps, right, and it'd be like the same thing I'd eat at every camp in the morning. I would eat a bagel with peanut butter and honey.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Okay. That was really fun, yeah.
I definitely want to keep that segment. All right, that goes right into the next one, Wes.
Overrated, underrated, guys. Yeah, this is Wes Nemo's show.
Gotta get our signs.
Yep, get the signs. Yep.
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. The PS5. Overrated, underrated. 3, 2, 1. Send it.
Properly rated.
I gotta go with properly rated as well.
It's a good console.
Everything I've heard about it's fantastic. I did think it might have been overhyped because of how hard it was to get one at first, but from what I've heard, it lived up.
That's how it is with any next gen consoles when they're next gen consoles.
I feel like the PS5 more than anything was real.
I mean, the PS5 took longer, but the Xbox was the same boat for 6 months. I mean, it was up there.
Again, I haven't bought a console. I bought a Switch because I like Zelda, so I played. Zelda.
I'm on PS5. I mean, PS5 is my primary console.
There you go. Cool.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Next up, guys, we have Counter-Strike. Any Counter-Strike players? We got a PC player right here.
I mean, I suck at it, but it's properly rated. It's old school.
I feel like
it defies the test of time. So it's properly rated.
Yeah, I feel like it's not overhyped or hated too much. So I think it's in that sweet spot. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, next up, guys, we have Darth Vader. Lord Vader.
Got to be properly rated, right? I mean, like
this is easy so far.
It's Darth Vader, man.
Okay.
I mean.
Okay. This next one's probably gonna be easy too. PC gaming, maybe not easier for Jimmy. Let's get Jimmy on some Minecraft again. Back in the day.
So
look, back 10 years.
Properly rated.
Overrated.
It's not. You have to make.
Listen to me. You have to know so much, and you have to be able to upgrade your software and your hardware and do all these updates. And I can't even tell you the hours I spent trying to get Minecraft plugins back in the day with Wes helping me. It is a lot of work to be a PC.
Once you take the time to learn it once, then you know everything.
That's
right?
Great. I could say that about bricklaying, Warren, or I could say that about being a plumber. Once you take the time to learn it, it's easy.
But it doesn't take much time to learn is the thing. Like at first it's like, update your graphics cards. I don't know how to do that. You show me one time, now I know how to do it.
You know what's easy? Plug and play. You know what happens when you get a PS5? You plug and play. A PC, I got to check my peripherals and my keyboard. Do I want a mechanical keyboard? Do I want the other keyboard? Do I want a rolly mouse? Do I want a sensor mouse?
That's called.
Oh my Lord.
I can't go back to playing console anymore.
Okay, look. I would take this back, and if I had one that said stressful, I would put that up there. Is that fair?
Sure.
And you know what? I'm not afraid to cut this and clip this and put this on the internet.
Yeah, when I made the Switch, it was super stressful. It was so hard.
And I feel like Wes made this list.
I definitely made this list.
So when I made the Switch, it was during Fortnite. So the first thing I did was learn how to build on a freaking PC. It was crazy hard.
Got your mouse buttons on the side.
Yep, that's how I used to build too.
Yep, that's how you did it.
Yep. See, I'm stressed.
QE and the 2 mouse buttons on the side.
I'm stressed just listening to you.
Let's see, the beauty of a PC is you can just plug a controller in and Plug and
can
play. You
just
got
plug your
Steam
controller
Big
in.
Picture where you can just
After
go on
you
there.
update your drivers
Bro,
and your
GeForce
sound
Experience
card.
is
and-
one-click install. Don't give me that shit.
It
CC
tells you-
cleaner this, CC cleaner that.
No one uses CC Cleaner anymore. That's it.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. I gotta get malware, but brother, it's called Windows Defender. Okay, next up we have Kendrick Lamar. Overrated, underrated.
Probably rated.
Okay.
He's crushed it. And I
If
think
you're
people
new to the
acknowledge-
podcast, if you haven't figured this out, Warren takes the safe road on most of these.
No, I told you. I just
You
told
have
you. I
literally
was-
properly rated everything so far.
because everything has been properly rated so far. Like I just mentioned, I was super involved in the Kendrick Drake stuff. Like Kendrick crushed it, and people have acknowledged they crushed it. It's properly
Okay.
rated.
All right.
Now, before Drake beef, do you still think the same?
I still listen to it. Humble, DNA, like all that. Yeah, no.
Do you think that he
he's
was like
great.
kind of an underdog before the beef? Like, I almost feel like
Maybe
he
a
went
little
to.
bit.
Yeah, see, I think like before beef, I would say underrated.
Yeah,
After beef, I would say properly.
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, okay. Next up, we have Formula One. Any Formula One watchers? Any enjoyers?
I don't
F1
watch it.
Verstappen enjoyers?
I don't watch it, but I can appreciate
Underrated.
what it is. I'm just gonna say probably.
You're talking, but in my lifetime, I've owned really fast cars.
So have I.
I have had a Mercedes E66S, which had 604 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds. Like, 2.8 seconds. Like, I've had some really fast cars. I've had a BMW M4. I've driven a lot. Like, Formula One's cool.
I've got a buddy that's really good friends with like one of the top drivers. Trevor's. I don't know
Yeah.
who it is. I can't remember, but he's like in the pits all the time, and I'm
Oh,
sure that's an adrenaline.
What's his
rush.
name? Oh my god! If you asked me this 5 minutes ago,
I
I would have told
know.
you.
He was at his
Um,
wedding. Like I met him, and I cannot remember what his
Lando
name is.
Norris.
Yeah,
Lando Norris,
think.
yeah. Or was it Lando Norris? I think it was. I don't even know.
I don't know.
It's one of the.
Anyway.
I thought
He
was
gets to
for
go in the
McLaren.
pits. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's really cool. You guys agree with like the Verstappen hate online?
I don't know anything about that.
Me
Okay,
neither.
yeah,
Move on.
he's just he's a god. Okay. Next up, we have The Legend of Zelda. Overrated, underrated.
Probably my favorite game. No, that's okay. Pokemon and Zelda are like really hand in hand, but Zelda is just fantastic.
My favorite game of all time is Legend of Zelda: Link to the
Link
Past.
to the Past. Yep.
Yep.
It's an amazing game.
Here, I'm gonna get
Ocarina
my,
of Time.
I'm gonna get my age away. Link to the Past. I lived in the time era where me and my buddy would sneak and call the Nintendo Power Hotline at $3 a minute to get through a dungeon because we were stuck.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good times, good times. Okay, next up we have Netflix originals.
Give me 3 examples.
Red
Stranger Things,
Red thing
The
with
Rebel
Ryan
Ridge.
Reynolds.
Red Notice.
Red Notice or whatever. Yeah.
Rebel Ridge. That's apparently it's really good. I haven't seen it yet, but it's got a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Warren is dying.
I'm dying.
Yeah, we'll do a cut right here. We'll do a cut right here.
His face is like turning red.
That's a wrong pipe situation right there.
We can't hear you.
No, he's
Because I muted myself.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still talking.
I just kept running with it.
I'm a professional.
I wanted to keep going.
We'll keep it in.
Keep it in.
I'm a professional.
I'm gonna
I
clip
muted
it where he says, "I'm dying. I'm a professional,"
Yeah. I muted myself so you didn't hear it.
and I'm gonna put a Batman face over his face. All right.
I'm dying.
So we're back. Don't cut. We don't cut.
Yeah, we're not gonna
What are
cut.
you
We're not
talking
cutting.
about?
Screw it.
I'm gonna say
Do it live.
properly rated. I'm not gonna give hate.
I don't
Probably
remember
right.
what we were talking about.
Netflix
Netflix
originals.
original. Yeah.
Overrated. Wait. No, because I forget all my Korean shows that are originals are great, properly rated. Squid Game was an original.
Yeah.
Rebel Ridge, 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a new movie. It's on
Oh.
Netflix.
Interesting. I'll have to check it
Apparently
out.
it's really good. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Next up, we have Pokemon Go. Underrated, overrated. 3, 2, 1. Send it.
I'm gonna say overrated now. I definitely fell for the hype. Me and Ashley would drive around at midnight trying to find Magikarp.
Yeah,
Poke
overrated
stuff.
just because I feel like it was very maybe like limited. Like, cool, you went around, you caught them, and it's like, okay, then
It got
what?
boring.
Yeah, it got boring
Pretty fast.
Yeah, and I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Pokemon and Zelda are my 2 favorite games of all time.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, next up, guys. We have the trend of AI. 3,
Wait,
2,
what?
1.
What?
The trend of AI, like the buzzword. You know, AI is known for its Apple intelligence now.
I'm gonna say overrated because I'm somebody who has like dabbled with a lot of the different stuff, and it's just not there yet.
It's overrated, but it's also being like forced and pushed on us in a big, annoying way. I know it's happening. I know we can't stop it. And I know that's exponentially going to get faster and faster, and we will have robots in our houses within the next 5 years, but it is annoying, so I'm going to say overrated. I'll have a robot on this podcast. You'll be talking to me, and it won't be me, Warren.
I'm the one who said that idea, that you can replace yourself with it.
I know. All right.
Okay, next up we have, and this is okay.
Oh,
this is very passionate. Avatar: The Last Airbender. 3, 2, 1.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I try to like it.
See, there you go.
Wait,
I try to like it.
Like the live adaptation, or
me
just
and Grady watched the whole new show, and I tried to like it.
Are we just talking about the new show?
That's the thing. I'm gonna let Jimmy do the new show because I know he's not seen the show, like the cartoon.
I haven't.
Cartoon's amazing.
The cartoon is
so.
Probably,
am I wrong about the new show, or am I kind of on?
You're wrong about the new show. The new show, I believe, is properly rated because
it's properly rated. The new
they
one
did it justice, but they still they didn't M. Night Shyamalan ding dong it.
Yeah,
I say that name because I'm so angry at what he did with the movie. But yeah, no, I thought it was.
There's a lot of room for improvement, but it was still good.
Yeah, I mean they got the characters right for the most part. You know. Okay, next up we have Fortnite. 3, 2, 1, send it.
I mean, if you would, you think it's underrated?
It is underrated. It gets hate because of what it is, and it will always get that hate. But if you look at what it was, what it is, and what it's evolving and growing into, and what it includes and spans now and encompasses, you can't say that it's not. You can't argue that it's not special. You can't.
I'm sure people could.
I'm not talking about a specific season or chapter or anything like that. I'm talking about Fortnite as a whole. I've been there since the beginning, watched it as it's evolved and what it's turned into, its own meta universe. You can't say that's not cool. And
it's cool. Victory Von Doom in it.
It gave us some of the best live gaming events we've ever seen.
Oh, the Travis Scott event was nuts.
Yeah.
Properly rated because I've been there since the beginning as well. I can't compete with 14-year-old kids anymore, though. So.
Oh no, I don't even dare try to play it. It would be bad.
I play it for fun.
No build, and you hope for the bot lobbies. Those are my favorite. I don't play it anymore, but there's a Victory Von Doom now. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
All right, next up, guys, we have Cyberpunk 2077.
Underrated now.
Pass. I've never.
Overrated at launch. Ooh. Because they completely screwed up the launch, but it's just like No Man's Sky, and now it's a really, really good game.
I haven't heard anything really about it to
Phantom Liberty is one of the best expansions ever made, probably second to Blood and Wine from The Witcher 3. Also same developer.
It suffered from coming out not ready, just like all video games do now, and then they fixed it up a year or two later, and now it's a phenomenal game.
Cool.
Yep. Next up we have... Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say same with Sea of Thieves, same with No Man's Sky, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, 100%. All right, next up we have Luke Skywalker. 3, 2, 1, send it.
Dude, we're starting to get heat on that video too.
Which one?
The Mark Hamill autograph for $700.
No,
I really thought we'd have more people be understanding. We don't.
It's Luke Skywalker.
People love Mark Hamill. He's Luke very Skywalker. Well liked. He's got a big fan base.
We both said we're fans of Luke Skywalker.
I am right.
So we also both agreed that, and I know you charge what the going rate is, and somebody said the venues charge what they want to. Look, if Jimmy goes to a venue and I'm going to do a signing, and they say, "All right, this is a big Comic-Con," you automatically know that all these fans that you have, their demographics.
Mhm.
You know where they're coming from. You've seen them for 30 or 40 years. You know a lot of them are literally charging up their credit cards, or they're using a year's worth of savings to come see you. It's super expensive to go to any cons anymore, travel, all that. Well, we're going to charge $700 for your autograph. You don't think Mark Hamill has a say in that? BS.
I think he does, but
Okay.
I don't know
Do you
for
think-
sure.
Do you think they're artificially inflating the prices because of like resellers and stuff?
I'm sure it's to combat
think
that, but also his autograph's out there a lot.
Yeah.
That's another thing. When you talk about saturation of the market, let me give you an example. Stan Lee, rest in peace. He autographed everything. There are so many Stan Lee's autograph. It's everywhere. That drives the price down too. Mark Hamill's been signing for 40 years.
Right. And to me, it's like I value a photo over an autograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And look, at the end of the day, your money, your choice, and if it's worth it to you, and you want to go get Luke Skywalker's autograph and you want to pay $700 and you're happy with that and it makes you happy and brings you joy, by all means do it.
But we were talking about Luke Skywalker
Oh
specifically.
my
That was a tangent. I was going to see how
Not
long
Mark Hamill. We were talking about just Luke
Oh, wow.
Skywalker.
I was going to see how
he's
long it
probably
took.
So I'm going to say, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's Luke Skywalker. That's why, like, what you were going off, I was like, nah, let him talk.
Well,
You remember that guy that you know that guy that commented and said, "I love how you guys stay even keel."
Okay, last one for the segment. The Nintendo Switch. 3, 2, 1. Send it.
I've played some good dance games on there, as well as like Link and Zelda.
I'm
and
saying
stuff in
underrated.
Properly rated. Why you say
I'm saying-
underrated?
Because I think that the lineup of video games that are on the Nintendo Switch, there's not nearly enough households that have a Nintendo Switch in it.
Okay.
I think that the games, like the selection, the price point, like
Definitely
it's
the
obviously
price point.
super successful. Like it's gonna probably outsell the 3DS or like the DS itself and the PlayStation 2. Or wait, it's gonna outsell the PS2 pretty soon. It's like $1 million away. So
Interesting.
I feel like it's still underrated though. I think that, people see that console and they're just like, the game selection not that good, but I think it's probably been the best Nintendo generation ever. So
Okay. All right. That was fun.
Is
Warren,
that it?
it's time. No.
What's next?
Agree or disagree? You and me.
I don't like these.
I love it.
I have a hard time coming up with these.
This is easy.
I feel like my mind is limited.
No. All right.
I do. Like, I'm going to say my first one. You're going to be like, what?
For listeners that are new to the podcast, wherever you're listening or watching, this is our agree or disagree. This is where me and Warren ask each other. Well, we don't ask. We give bold statements, and the other one has to agree or disagree with that statement. Some would call them hot takes. Some would call them statements, whatever you want. So I will start. And Warren, Coke is better than Pepsi. Oh,
It's easy. Agree.
I was hoping you
That's
were a
easy for
Pepsi
me.
drinker, and it would be not easy. Well, it would have been
Ah.
easy because you would have said Pepsi.
It would have. Yeah.
Why is Coke better to you?
I don't know. It just tastes better.
Does it hit better like that first?
I think it hits better. I think it's harder.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it hits harder too.
Yeah. See, these are always interesting for me. I was thinking of these in the shower, and so here's where the first one comes.
You got
from.
me on the COD Fortnite one. That was good. It was
Yeah.
a good talk.
But I, excuse me, I've also tried to think out of the box more of like gaming, movies,
Yeah.
a little bit more. So this one came to me. I was in the shower, thinking of you, Jimmy.
that's a segment. That's a bit right there. A 5-second bit.
Liquid soap is better than bar soap. There you go. Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I use a loofah, so I use liquid soap. I don't even use bar soap anymore. I'm pretty sure bar soap's like unsanitary
It might be. I don't know.
or
Bro,
something. Yeah, I think I've seen that.
A box of Irish Springs hits diffy.
It does. It does.
If it's your bar,
But there's liquid Irish Spring.
When you
but-
pull an Irish Spring bar out of a box, he's not lying.
dude, it hits diffy, bro. I don't care.
Yeah,
There's liquid Irish Spring.
that's true.
Yeah, but
All
like,
right.
if it's your bar of soap, it's like this is your bar of soap. Like this
It
is
is your
my
bar.
bar.
We're actually having a bigger conversation about this than the Pepsi Coke team.
That's true. All right. PlayStation is better than Xbox. We kind of just talked about this, but you wouldn't know because you don't have either one of them.
I mean, but I've had Xboxes and PlayStations.
Okay. Am I right?
You said PlayStation was better than Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Xbox.
Okay.
Because
The answer you should have said is, Jimmy, what era are we talking?
Well, that's why I'm like, dude, man, first Xbox ever.
If we were talking Xbox 360 era, I would say Xbox.
Right, that's what I'm thinking too. Because I haven't had the more recent consoles, so I don't.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really know. But I'm
All
going with what I played in the past Xbox.
Okay.
Well, this is kind of along the same line. Mac is better than PC. Generally, you don't. Oh my gosh, really? Really?
Ashley gives me crap all the time because she has everything Apple, Mac, or whatever, and I would never even entertain the idea of retraining myself to get on what is it, Linux? What the heck? What the
I don't
heck
know what you're
processing
talking
system
about.
is a Mac?
OS X.
Yeah.
OS X? Why am I saying Linux? What is Linux?
I don't
Mac
know.
OS. Linux
Anyway.
is another computer.
Dude, this is the
I
PC
would
thing all over
never-
again. Once you figure it out, it's so easy. And
No,
you'll never go
okay.
back.
Something you're going to learn as you get older, Warren, is you don't want to retrain yourself.
But Apple's the easier like OS to learn.
Look,
Like,
I'm about to expose myself. I am so set in my ways. You can ask Wes. I still edit with Vegas Pro.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what that is.
Sony Vegas Pro from 2009. He would still be using the 2009 copy if it wasn't for me.
Final Cut Pro, bro.
Nah, the DaVinci Resolve.
Just
That's
snuck
a
in my
good one,
ways.
too.
All right. Black Panther 2 would have been a better movie if Killmonger lived and became the Black Panther.
Agreed.
Whoa!
I don't think Black Panther Wakanda Forever was that great of a movie.
Let's go.
So I think a lot of things can have made it better. That included. So agree. Easy.
Nice. All right.
This
Yeah.
one I'm excited for. But the Nintendo universe, we talked about the collective, like it's a multiverse coming, right?
Mhm.
Is going to be fantastic.
What do you mean?
They're
So,
going to do
like-
like a multiverse with like the Super Mario Brothers.
Oh,
and
the
everything.
movies
Luigi
like Zelda
movie.
and everything? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, some people are worried, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
some people
Well,
are
I
really
mean,
worried. I'm worried about Zelda a lot. Like a lot.
it's one they really need. They don't need to Minecraft it. That's for sure.
I pray.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite was actually a very boring and overrated movie.
At its core, maybe, but with all the memes and everything with it,
Those memes didn't exist when you watched it for the first time.
I can't remember what I thought the first time I watched it. I'm going to say disagree. I like the movie. I think it's
Okay.
ironically funny.
I love the uncle videoing himself with the football.
Back in my day,
Back in
used to
my
be able to
day.
throw a football a quarter mile. Are you serious? All right. I don't know if have you watched the show Community?
No.
You should.
Oh
You
my
can't really-
gosh, dude.
So
I have
this
to
one's
watch
this one's
that
to
Shogun.
US. This one's to US.
Okay.
The movie will eventually get made. I know it's hard because they've been talking about it forever, but 6 seasons in a movie, and they say we're going to get it, but who knows?
I think
You think it happens?
agree, but Chevy Chase isn't going to be involved, and
He's
there's
not,
probably
no,
going to be
no
a
way.
lot of people that are not going to be involved.
But Childish Gambino's going to come back.
I think Donald Glover will be
Donald
there.
Glover's
I think
coming back.
Joel will be there.
Me
I think
too.
Alison Brie definitely.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, Kim Jong. Yeah, I think it'll get made.
Gillian should be there because I don't know if she's doing anything else right now.
Yeah. It depends on what's Dan Harmon even like doing nowadays. Like,
I don't know, dude, but they said, dude, like a year ago, they're like, "Hey, we're doing it. It's happening." And then they
Yeah,
did the
I agree.
reunion thing. Like, I hope it did.
I think if
Okay.
Dan Harmon like wants to do it, he's gonna make it happen. So we'll see. I agree though. Good show.
Amazon Prime is better than Netflix. Amazon Prime movies better than Netflix.
It's really hard because I actually have been watching both recently because Netflix has Korean shows I like, but Prime has some good. I'm gonna go with Netflix. So I disagree.
Disagree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
This one actually goes in with Amazon Prime because I've been really thinking about this recently. So I'll say The Rings of Power Season 2 isn't as good as the first season.
That's a disagree, and that's just a bait question because you already know it's good. You're just trying to.
No, I've been seriously debating it, and I'm not. So this
as
is really
of the
weird.
last show, you stated that season 2 was a step up.
Have you watched episode 4 though?
No.
So
are we going
spoilers.
backwards? No, don't spoil.
It's not. It's not really a spoiler, but it's like
It's
a
slowed
lot
down.
of walking.
Ugh.
So I'm
Wes! Why?
So I'm worried so far that I'm just like I'm tired of a lot of just exposition. Like I just want
I know,
stuff to happen. And I feel like even in the preview, I went back and I really thought about it. And I'm like, man, you know what? It is still kind of slow. I'm not saying I don't like it.
Right.
But it's giving me a lot of
season. I mean, I haven't seen 4.
Season 2 is slow, but it's not as slow as season 1.
So just from the first 3 episodes, it's already way better paced at the moment for me. Yes, we need. Where's our Helm's Deep battle? Come on, give us something.
That's what so I think that's the problem is now I'm just sitting there going like, give me something.
Give me some big epic battle. All right.
Yeah. There's a lot of dwarves in it, so I really like season 2.
One.
Pop-Tarts are completely overrated. Nobody even likes the outside crust unless you put it in a toaster. Crust. I mean, a toaster strudel kicks the crap out of a Pop-Tart.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Give you an agree on that one.
Pop-Tarts are overrated.
Here's my only weird fact about it. I eat protein Pop-Tarts, and they're fantastic.
That sounds gross.
No, they actually are really good. You know those people who make the protein cookies?
Yeah, those are gross.
No, they're amazing. What are you talking about? Get out of here.
Chalky Pop-Tarts. Chalky Pop-Tarts.
They're not chalky.
You know people buy pastries without the icing on top?
Savages.
They just eat straight that. I'm like, what? Just eat bread. Just plain bread.
Just eat bread. All right, Warren, you got any more?
No, that was 5 for me.
All right, got one more. The customer isn't always right.
100%. As somebody who worked in retail and in the food service industry, 100%. And now I actually really like seeing videos where like managers stand up for their employees.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. No, because people are stupid.
We see
like,
some
wild
videos now. I mean, that didn't go down back when I worked at McDonald's or Burger King or Chili's or anything. People hopping over, getting in the kitchen. Like, I know they're doing it for content. Or what was it? The crazy off the Rick and Morty sauce. McDonald's.
Oh, the Szechuan sauce.
The Szechuan sauce. People were like...
Oh, they went crazy.
They were jumping up on the counter and screaming when they couldn't get that sauce.
That's what I'm saying. Kick those people out. Yeah. Kick them out. Make them never come back again. Call the cops.
Yeah, trespass them.
So you heard it here first on the Multiverse Podcast. The customer is not
absolutely
always
not.
Right.
Absolutely not. Especially since you're talking about you have freaking people out there doing stuff just for content, causing scenes on purpose. Hell no. Yeah.
The customers are right, except me. I'm always right.
There you go. And that, my friends, is the end of episode 5. Make sure you are following us on all platforms. The link is below. You guys can comment on most platforms, whether you're listening on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on Apple, or if you're watching us on YouTube, the video version. There is a link below where you can find all our platforms. And if you want to catch cut-up content, funny clips, things like that, TikTok, Instagram, we are literally everywhere.
Blowing it up.
We are we're garnering a little bit of attention, so some of it's good
in all sorts of ways.
Yeah, in all sorts of ways. But we do appreciate everybody.
Yes,
and
very much so.
It's been fun. Also, Discord. We have a Discord. You guys can get involved in there. We haven't really pushed it, like got in there and got super active, but we have channels where you can actually be involved in these segments and give your questions, which we would love for you to do because, I mean, I want a lot of other people's opinions and questions out there just to kind of put us on our heels. I like that.
And give us some of these, I mean, if you guys want to give us agree, disagree statements as well, throw them in there.
Absolutely.
Wes will grab them so we don't see them and we'll, try to throw us. Jimmy, I feel like tries to throw me off guard more than I try to throw him off. But you all can do it too. You all can do it too. Please be super involved. That's what we want. We want a big community all coming together to do this together pretty much. So please be as involved as you can on everywhere. Like Jimmy said, we are literally everywhere.
We are. We appreciate you guys. Peace.
So much.